Maybe. There goes. All right, what's going on, guys? We're back. It's episode number 208. My cup of tea. If you feel like going back to watch the first 207, I'm sorry. But hey, we're back. We got a lot to talk about. Evan, how you doing?
Doing fantastic. It's hot as a bitch up in here in Ohio. Everywhere, really. But I'm having a good time. It's almost July. Does June go to the 31st or does it go to the 30th?
30th.
June 3rd, just 30th. Okay. Well, it's almost July. Next podcast will be in July. We're almost halfway through the year. I can't believe that. That's pretty crazy. And one of my favorite shows of 2024 is finally coming back with Marvel X-Men 97 coming out Wednesday night. I hope they don't do 3 a.m. drops. I forget how they did Marvel. What did they do for X-Men 97 the first time? I swore X-Men 97 had like 9 p.m. drops. I swear it did. I forget now.
I feel like animation always gets screwed over with those.
Because I remember people were going crazy during the Gambit episode. Like I feel like that was like an event, and I think I would have been spoiled if it came out like at 3 a.m. Maybe I just stayed away from TV. But I'll look that shit up. Are you all caught up in X-Men 97?
I am, yeah.
Okay, yeah, we gotta talk about that shit next week.
Absolutely.
X-Men 97 season 2. When does it drop?
Isn't it coming out in like a couple weeks?
It says 3 a.m. No, this Wednesday.
Oh.
It says 3 a.m. Don't do this to me. All 3 episodes next week is crazy. And then 1 week, and then 1 episode every week after that.
I mean, you have a busted sleep schedule anyway, right?
Busted? I wouldn't I wouldn't say busted. I just go to bed at 6 a.m., wake up around 1 p.m., 2 p.m., That's normal.
Reverse alarm. The birds are chirping. That means time to lay down.
It does. Yeah, I've been doing pretty good this summer. I've been watching new TV shows, catching up on new movies. I just saw Death of Robin Hood today. It was It was okay. Hugh Jackman though, really good, really good.
Oh, hey!
Thank you for the $10. Holy
Thanks,
shit!
Sydney. Thank you.
You got any comments or concerns? Any questions? Do we need to kick Nathan off the stream? Is that why?
She's literally my girlfriend. So
we're canceling Nathan.
That'll be hilarious.
But yeah, I've been watching a lot of movies, TV shows. Big Brother comes back July 9th. That's going to take up the whole summer. So before that, I'm trying to catch up on everything possible. You can leave him. Okay, cool. I was gonna kick him out because I can definitely control StreamYard.
Whose channel name is this?
I'll just change your channel name. Just hack that shit. But we are here to talk about not 1, not 2, and not even 3. No, I'm kidding. Just 3. 3 movies from June. As we leave the month of June, we got to talk about Supergirl, Disclosure Day, and Toy Story 5. You know what 5 means, Nathan? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not that unherited,
I keep forgetting. Did I tell you I got to teach Spanish next year?
Really?
Online Spanish. I teach online, but they have me teaching. They have me teaching Spanish 1. No, hell no. I'll fail your ass.
All right.
Unless you want a high school diploma. Won't do you any good. I wonder. I don't know how it works. Anyways, let's talk about Supergirl up front. So we got to talk about Supergirl, Toy Story, and again, Disclosure Day. Or do you want to start from the back? I don't know which one you want to do.
I don't. Maybe we could launch into Disclosure Day first, since it's been a hot minute.
It's been a hot minute. Okay. Let's do Disclosure Day first. Changing it up. Spielberg is back.
Yeah.
Or he never really left for us because we love Fablemans, and I really like West Side Story. I don't love it, but I really like West Side Story.
It's tough to watch.
West Side Story is tough to watch?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, you have to watch it. Okay, yeah, it's a great one. You and Sid to watch it. It's a great time. So yeah, and I just did a Spielberg binge. So I had watched like 2 weeks ago. I watched like The Terminal, Catch Me If You Can,
Yeah.
Schindler's List, all of
Yeah.
it. I haven't seen it either. It's a good movie, yeah. The main lead not so good, Ansel Elgort, but Rachel Zegler is fantastic. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah. Disclosure Day though, I thought this was a very good time. Very, very good movie. It's funny because I was going, again, I was rewatching all these Spielberg movies, and for me, Disclosure Day is a nice balance between some of Spielberg's more goofier tendencies, as well as some of his more serious, information-y kinds of movies. This is not a War of the Worlds kind of movie. This is not an alien invasion movie, as the marketing kind of was interpreted by some people. I only saw the first trailer, so I didn't really get that. But like, even in the latest trailer, they showcased one of the aliens, that scene of the aliens overlooking the girl.
Yeah.
That was in the trailer, and then them turning into the deer. That was in the trailer. I was like, oh shit, that's crazy.
That's I never saw that final trailer.
Me neither. I rewatched it. I was like, well, that's a bad final trailer because it gives a lot away, and Anyways, so. I really like the ending. I like Emily Blunt a lot. This is probably my new favorite Emily Blunt performance. Before this, it was Sicario. It was an amalgamation of things. I think Sicario is her best work. On top of my favorite is Edge of Tomorrow, but I also love both roles, both times. I mean, in Devil Wears Prada. I don't know. She's great in those, but this is easily her most like momentous. Multifaceted work she does yet. She's very comedic at times, but then she is serious and she's emotional depending on who she's even talking to. She has a great connection to Josh O'Connor, who I think is very strong in this movie as well.
Yeah.
Spielberg's action is very good. I love the train sequence, as was alluded to in the trailer. And I love the ending. I love the ending. This movie is consistently tense. I really admire that. For me, I just don't love some of the supporting cast members. I like Wyatt Russell. I don't love his character here. I think it works at the beginning and then it kind of peters off. And then same thing for Josh O'Connor's girlfriend in Disclosure Day. By the way, spoiler review for Disclosure Day. Spoiler alert. I like Josh O'Connor, but his girlfriend is a mixed bag. I like her at the beginning, but then she kind of peters off for me. Though she does get some good scenes in the car during a chase sequence in particular. And then the villains weren't my favorite. They felt like, I love Colin Firth, but I felt like this was like Team Rocket kind of villains necessarily. But overall, very I fucking hate Pokemon now. Fuck you, Pokopia. But overall, this was a strong movie. I say like this is like a 4 out of 5 stars for me. Very, very, I liked it a lot. I want to see it again, but I don't know if I have time anymore. I'll catch the Blu-ray.
I wish I could see it in IMAX again.
Same.
But I'm glad I got to see it in IMAX. Okay, Evan. I'll wait for you to come back. Because it said.
I hear you.
Just to let you know now, this is my favorite movie of the year.
Shit!
It still is. Yeah.
Wow, I love when Nathan surprises me like this. This is crazy. Favorite movie of the year.
That's right.
This is now over. Let me guess. Your number two was Backrooms?
No. Backrooms, I think that was chilling at number 5.
5. Obsession is 6.
Obsession is 3.
Oh, I thought you liked Backrooms more than Obsession.
I did, but then I rewatched Obsession. I was like, okay.
I rewatched it last week too. I was like, this movie's peak.
Sydney just watched Obsession, and now she keeps quoting it to me. I'm like, oh no.
No. Oh man. So that's number 3. What's number 2? Project Hail Mary is number 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. You never saw the drama, did you?
Not yet, no.
Obsession is so good. It's incredible. We saw it like 2 weeks ago and it was still packed. I'm like, this is amazing. Good to see.
Oh hell yeah.
But favorite movie of the year.
I was looking up Obsession. So I know we're not talking about Obsession, but I was looking up like the production cost versus the box office, and like I think it said it cost $750 million.
$1,000.
It literally like 400 times its budget.
Yeah, $750K. It's made now 330 It's crazy. No, don't do that.
She keeps quoting it to me. And I'm
He's like,
oh my god.
that's a great scene.
But Disclosure Day, phenomenal. I've always been like a big proponent of the supernatural, especially UFOs and whatnot and alien life. I've always had like a deep intrigue of that ever since I was small. In regards to Spielberg and aliens, E.T. is my favorite film of all time. And I really love the sincerity behind the presentation of the aliens here. There is Spielberg's really good at like implementing the occasional horror beat in these. Because when you're doing like an abduction scene, you're like, oh god, this is very unsettling, but they mean well. And like you mentioned, the ending is phenomenal for me. I was very emotionally moved by it. Specifically the anchor lady's performance just felt so good. Like it was so like raw, like that like tapping into that stunned sense of human fear of the unknown. And
100%.
I love it's not just like, hey, here's all the information, that's it. Like I love the presentation being that like majority of the time, yeah, here are the aliens here, but it's like in a sympathetic way, like they're in like whenever there's like a crashed UFO, it's like a fucking car accident. It's sad. Like it's unfortunate. You see like them in these precarious situations and you do genuinely feel bad for them. And I also do love because they have the built-in like real life lore of like the Roswell 1947
I love that
timeline to now, and I love seeing the evolution of their technology as well, from like those simple flying saucers to like the modern UFOs. There's just some really great UFO designs and a lot of the footage there. Mm-hmm. And then all like building to like the elder alien being revealed to have a speech by the end, and like deciding to close out on that. Really just phenomenal. I loved everything about it.
Wait, so what did you say about speech?
Just like they were bringing out the alien to feature on camera, and he was gonna have words.
Oh, were they? Oh, I missed it.
Well, he doesn't end up saying anything.
I thought Emily Blunt was gonna say something. I didn't know.
I believe she's translating for him.
Oh, through the alien. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I'm with you. I like, at first I was like, oh, that's kind of an odd ending. But once you sit with it more, it makes more sense in terms of like, there really isn't much to show after the fact. I think, as you mentioned, Spielberg's sentimentality kind of comes across in the presentation of the movie. You kind of feel the vibe that Spielberg is going for, a la sympathy, empathy, all of that combined. That's kind of what the ending is giving it to you. You don't need to see that spelled out to you. You don't need to see the full-on speech because we already know the emotion behind said speech anyways.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. The news anchor was fantastic. I love the memes that have come out of it. It's very, very funny.
I haven't seen those.
It's just like it appears that, and then it's just like anything. But it's really, really funny. Really, really good. Really compelling. Just absolutely compelling and captivating ending. Like Jalen and I both were like sitting forward in our seats, just like in awe of it. I love it so much. I was talking to my aunt about it, and I was just like, because she was surprised that it got mixed reviews. I'm like, people really have proclivity to like discount things they see on movies a lot. I mean, that is just our movie era. Some of the people who aren't familiar with movie criticism are just like, your everyday schmo, your Joe. They're automatically going to be like, that can't be a thing. Instead of just being absorbed by the movie that you're watching, whether it's horror, rom-com, sci-fi, drama, whatever. People have this complaint about the drama too. Like that wouldn't happen. I wouldn't think that. Like, that's why it's called a movie. You're supposed to be compelled by the actions of said characters, not whether this can happen in real life. So people were saying like, oh, this humans would never react like that. Maybe not. But this is what Spielberg in particular is saying. He hopes how humans would react in this very sequence. Would all humans act like this in real life? Who the hell knows? But in this particular movie, in this particular narrative, this is what Spielberg hopes that people would react like. And I admire that. I totally respect that. I was really drawn in by that. I loved it all for that ending. And I like how, opposite from like Close Encounters, they really did tease the aliens until the very end. Or Close Encounters, we were like, oh wow, they're showcasing the aliens already. This is interesting. But they did really wait till the end because again, it wasn't really about them. It was more so about the information, how people are able to process information, or in terms of Colin Firth's point of view, how they are unable to process information and how it could lead to anarchy and violence and chaos, and humans aren't ready for that yet. So that the whole movie is really a battle, a race against time, towards information. I thought that was very interesting. Rather than like, oh, this is how the aliens are going to invade, all kind of stuff. No, this felt more like Spielberg's Arrival in a sense. I think Arrival is a much better movie, but in my opinion, but I felt like this is Spielberg's Arrival, where Arrival is also about like communication, information, and how that comes across to people. You know, in Arrival, you have Forrest Whitaker being like, it says weapon. Why does it say weapon? He has to be like, well, language is weird. It doesn't say weapon. It can mean a variety of different things. And in this case, it's like, what do these aliens actually want? Could they be victims, or are they dangerous? Are humans able to handle whatever it is? And in both cases, Arrival and Disclosure Day, you had people on the brink of war. Like in Arrival, it was like China was on the verge of war. And in this movie, you had the Koreans, I think, were on the verge of war, North Korea. Somebody in the background of the movie, there's like a war going on, hence the chaos in some of the scenes, or a war is about to happen at least. And hence the chaos in a lot of the scenes. And I really like the that whole aspect of it, the information versus chaos of it all. And I think again, the really emotional beats of this movie come across with Josh O'Connor and Emily Blunt's connection. I kind of wish Emily Blunt came into the narrative, or at least came to the narrative with Josh O'Connor a bit sooner into the story. Because once they're together, the comedy works all the time. The emotion works. The whole big piano scene was beautiful when she's having a panic attack. Love that bit so much. And I loved kind of like how the humans were slowly processing new information. So were we as an audience slowly processing new information in terms of these abilities, like what Emily Blunt is capable of, what Josh O'Connor is capable of with his math and his able to decipher new these riddles and these new mathematical equations, while Emily Blunt's, sympathetically looking through people, or empathetically looking through people. And it's a very interesting scene with their dreams, hopes, and the emotions were coming across on screen. That was very interesting and kind of weird, but cool. So yeah, all around great time. Some of the more goofier parts that I liked still were like the house sequence when Josh O'Connor's in the field and he has to get back into the house, and he's like, in my opinion, he's like making so much noise when he's trying to like sneak past these like agents. I'm like, how do they not just turn around and shoot his ass? But whatever. He goes into the car, crashes. That whole sequence is just like balls to the wall, fantastic. Again, it starts off goofy, but it gets really, really intense. Then he's in the car and she's in there with him, but she's controlled by Colin. And then the knife shot where they're in the middle of driving and Spielberg points at the knife and you see the reflection of his girlfriend within the knife while the chase is happening. Fantastic direction all the way around. So this is a lot of clever Spielberg direction across the board here that I really, really liked.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, great time, great characters. What do you think about John Williams' score in this movie?
Beautiful. He never really disappoints. But yeah, it was absolutely perfect. Perfect set to the style of mysticism for this storyline.
Yeah, it has like a kind of like not hidden, but just like a otherworldly mysticism to it. It had like notes of Harry Potter that I could hear and there. But otherwise, it was just really, really strong. If there's any award this movie can get nominated for, it's easily John Williams for best score, which is going to be great to see. Hopefully, this isn't his last. Is it his last score? I don't even know anymore.
I keep thinking like whatever score he does is his last score, and he keeps doing scores.
Yeah, I gotta do another. He's like Quentin Tarantino. I got another one in me. It's like, okay, motherfucker. Okay.
I think they're already playing another one.
I hope so. It's funny rewatching Spielberg's movies. I'm being like, dang, did he ever do movies without John Williams. I'm like, what scores of his didn't have John Williams in it? Just a great collaboration. All the way around. Like his Catch Me If You Can score is delicious. That is Williams, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is so good. I was vibing so hard.
That really is like my favorite, like in like the realm of Spielberg. Like you ask me top 3, that's in there instantly for me.
Yeah, I have E.T., Catch Me If You Can, and Jaws as my top 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, Spielberg, big hit. Favorite movie of the year for Nathan. Crazy. Not crazy. I mean, it's Josh's favorite movie of the year too. You know, everybody loved it.
And we Josh, have great minds think alike.
You and Josh agree together for once? Wow. Must be
the hero and the villain teaming up.
Yeah, who's the villain? But yeah, great movie. I think it's my number. I didn't rank it yet. I'm terrible at ranking. I was ranking the other day my movies. I was like, I gotta rank these. I haven't ranked properly on Letterboxd since I think like the end of April. So I have like all of May and all of June movies to rank, which is tough. But yeah, it's easily a top 10 movie for the year for me. Great time. Has its flaws in terms of characters and stuff, but overall strong movie. Let's talk about. I guess let's go backwards. Let's go with Toy Story 5 then. Toy Story 5, which is I also did a Toy Story rewatch. I watched all the Toy Stories. Now, prior to Toy Story 5, my ranking is Toy Story 2, The GOAT, number 1. I love that movie. Number 1, The GOAT. So Toy Story 2, then Toy Story 3, then Toy Story 1, then Toy Story 4, I think. Which is weird. Well, not weird, but that's 2, 3, 1, 4. Not to say that 4 is bad. I rewatched 4 and I had a good time with it. I'm just not as emotionally compelled by 4 as I am with 2, 1, and then 3. But then came in 5, and I loved 5. Now 5 is officially my new number 4 out of 5. So it's 2, 1, 3, 5, 4. It's gonna take it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time. Oh, I was gonna Drake and Josh one, but that's
right on, yeah.
that works too. I'm prepping for our Drake and Josh commentaries. 2 isn't your fave. Oh no!
I love that you yelled at and you glitched and froze for a second.
That's a red flag, Nathan. Oh,
you're like, not your fave. Red flag maybe. However, I'm already this deep in, and now she's seen Obsession, so this is where I'm at.
That is peak. I'm just kidding, Sid. But 2 I adore. So I've seen that movie the most out of all of them. I love Woody and Jesse's arc in that movie. The adventure in that movie is peak. The ending airport sequence is excellent.
Hey, what's up, Draven?
What's up, Draven? 2, 3, 1, 4, 5. So that's my ranking, but 5 and 4 are switched. So you like 4 more than 5. You think you did. You broke my heart. But 2, 1, or what did you pull up Draven's again?
1,
2, 3. Okay, yeah. So yeah, same. We had the same top 3. 3 is so good too. Yo, what's the guy's name from Toy Story 3? Lotso. Lotso is evil. Yeah. I forgot how evil he was. I was like, oh shit, the guy is evil as hell.
They save him, and he's like, "Where's your kid now, Sheriff?" you fuck.
He's gonna literally let them burn. That was wild. I was like, I don't remember this shit.
I remember watching that in theaters, and I cried twice. Yeah. I thought they were gonna die for real.
I remember not crying in theaters, but
I don't think I cried at like the idea that they were gonna die. I think I just cried at like the sincerity that they were ready for it.
Yeah, they held each other's hands. I was like, man, this movie really works on a rewatch. Yeah. And then the ending is just so peak. Oh my god. Oh my god, with Andy giving the toys to Bonnie. Somebody mentioned this on Twitter, but I like how 4 and 5 have really focused in on Bonnie more so than the first trilogy did on Andy. Andy really isn't a part of the story. It's always like Woody's journey in Toy Story 1, 2, and 3. 3 we see a bit more of Andy. 3 we see the most of Andy with like him getting ready to go to college. Then at the end, the whole ending scene. But 4 and 5, the story kind of revolves around Bonnie's emotions and what she is going through. Whether in 4, she like her connection to Forky, right? Forky,
Yeah.
Who is a spork? And then 5. Does 5 come off just as nostalgic as the others, even though it was made way later? I wouldn't use the word nostalgic with 5, but it has some good nostalgic elements in terms of like Jesse's story.
Yeah,
that's has like, and maybe that's why I like 5 a lot, because Jesse's story really comes full circle from where it started in Toy Story 2, the best one.
Fucking movie having the audacity to, like, in the first like 3 minutes to be like, "Hey, you remember the saddest part of Toy Story 2? Here we go.
We're back, baby." I was like, "Oh shit!"
I'm like 95 in. I'm like, "Fuck."
Yeah, it's weird because 3 is usually considered the end of the Pixar golden age, where every movie was a hit. Is that true? Was Brave pre 2010? I never saw Brave though, so I can't count.
Brave might have been 2009.
I think Brave was 2009. That was a miss, wasn't it? I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Watch Brave.
But yeah, people have like what is it called, rose tinted glasses about like the 2010s era of Pixar, because there were some misses. Finding Dory was I never saw the Cars. Cars 2 is garbage. Incredibles 2 is mid.
I like that one.
The 2010s had like Coco and Inside Out, which I love.
Yeah.
But the sequels were not great in the 2010s era. Right after Toy Story 3 was Cars 2. Yeah, that wasn't good. That wasn't.
What year was Monsters University? Because that one's really good.
That was like 2013, right? Same year as Man of Steel.
It might have been. That's a good one.
That's good. I didn't love it. It might be time for a rewatch of Monster University. Okay. Brave is 2012. Damn. Okay. Good Dinosaur. I never saw a Good Dinosaur. I'll take Draven's word for it that it was meh. Draven's always right. I was never really a fan of the Cars movies either. That's why we got to do a Pixar commentary, because I never saw Cars 3 either. People love Cars 3. Finding Dory was meh. That was a miss.
Is Cars 3 the Logan of the franchise?
That's what they said. Wasn't Edgar comparing it to like Last Jedi or some shit? I don't know.
Don't we all? Just for fun.
Everybody, yeah. Everything's Last Jedi. Monsters was 2013. Yeah, that's me. I knew that.
I like Lightyear more than most.
Lightyear was not good. Not good. It was generic. It was just generic. But yeah, the 2020s have been good for Pixar. I like Soul a lot. I like Turning Red a lot. I like Luca a lot. I like Hoppers a lot, right?
Yeah.
I like Elemental a lot. The ones I didn't like in 2020s was Lightyear.
Inside Out 2 was really good.
Well, I love Inside Out 2. What was the other one besides Lightyear? Didn't Pixar have another miss? I thought they had another one I didn't like. Oh, was Onward Pixar or Disney Animation?
That's Onward. Pixar, yeah.
Onward is trash.
Hey, that's the
bad movie.
Pixar. That's the first
Don't
Pixar
do that.
I cried 3 times.
Don't do that. You didn't cry. You're lying. You and Carson are lying to me. It's impossible to cry during that garbage ass movie.
It's not. It's not
garbage.
It's not when you have a dead parent. I'll tell you that.
Okay, I'll take your word for that then.
You want to find
out? Onward just did not work for me. I agree with you, Draven. It's a solid like 7.
I had such a fun night. Incredibles 2 was coming out, and I got to go to a IMAX double feature of both back to back for the premiere of it. What a blast that audience!
You saw the original in IMAX?
Yeah.
The fuck? Oh man, I want to see that.
It was pretty good. 2018, you got to be there.
Shit, take me back, Nathan. Time Blazer. Nathan finally talked me into watching Hoppers, and I cried most of the movie. So, Hoppers is fucking great. Top 5 of the year still.
Criminal how adorable they animate those animals.
That scene when
George is like taking the body.
Yeah, that's so good.
God, she was so sad. I was
so
too.
Sad.
It's like, oh no.
I need to rewatch Hoppers. That movie is so good. I love that movie.
I've seen it like 3 times now, man. So
3 times? Oh shit. Okay, nice. Hoppers or Super Mario Galaxy?
I still haven't seen Super Mario Galaxy.
Oh wow, okay, yeah. It was a joke because Galaxy is not good. I don't want to watch that.
But Star Fox is in it.
Best scene, best 5-minute scene, not 5 minutes, best 2-minute scene of that movie.
Yoshi good.
hardly in it.
Do you play Mario? Do you care?
I love Super Mario Sunshine, and I love
Mm.
both Super Mario Galaxy games. Both games were my favorite games of said year that they came out. The shark was crazy, big Mad Max style.
Hell yeah!
But Toy Story 5 though was excellent. I think this is an excellent movie.
Best of the franchise. No.
Again, it's so hard. I would give this. I forget what I rated this. I either gave it 5 stars or 4.5.
This is my fourth favorite of the year.
Fourth favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, Draven. I get.
That's interesting because at this point, like the original like toy cast is fairly sidelined, at least in this one. They have like decent role amount in the RV, but yeah, they're hardly used in this one.
Isn't that what Draven was talking about? That they're not used that much.
Well, you're saying there's too many characters now, which I guess that go in tandem.
Yeah, I think I gave this one a 4.5. It might honestly go up to a 5. For me, I also wanted a little bit more of the other supporting cast, but I can't complain because they were so prevalent in Toy Story 1, 2, and 3. I feel like Woody didn't need to be here. Sure, but Woody had I loved Woody's role in this movie. I thought it was very effective in terms of just, and this go back to Sydney's earlier comment about this being nostalgic. I did feel like Woody and Buzz had a nostalgic camaraderie in this movie. They were on their like Toy Story 2, I guess the first 10 minutes of Toy Story 2 before Woody gets taken.
I do
they were
really
on
like
that camaraderie.
How more supporting Woody feels in this than any of them.
Yeah, it's funny rewatching the trilogy. Woody is like pissed off. He's a bitch in Toy Story 1 to Buzz most of the time. Toy Story 2, he is separated early on from Buzz and the rest of the group. Toy Story 3, they're in lockstep, but then Toy Story is like, "Hey guys, this is bad. We shouldn't do this. Let's go back to Andy." Mm-hmm. And they're like, "Woody's crazy," and then he's like separated. But so it felt good for him to be in lockstep with Buzz in this movie. They were kind of, even though they kind of had like that beef about who's the real sheriff, which was a very funny gag. But I liked Woody's dynamic with Buzz in this movie. I thought it was very fun.
Yeah.
And we've already had like 4 movies in a row of Woody being the main character with a strong arc in every single movie. This is the first time where he takes the sideline. I like that.
Absolutely. I'm so happy that, we finally have gotten like very like good resolution to the Buzz and Jesse romance that's been established since 2.
I'm with you. I don't know. I mean, some people were shocked by this. I think it's this vocal minority who's shocked by this, but I loved this. I thought it was very good. You're right. Since 2, the best one, they've had that kind of dynamic. So I really liked seeing them together come full circle.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I usually do a 5-star rating. I don't like doing movies out of 10 for some reason. But I do 5-star ratings. And mostly it's just like, how much do I enjoy watch? For me, a lot of my rating goes into replayability. Will I want to rewatch this again? If I don't want to rewatch it again, that's an automatic like star, maybe 2 stars now for me. Because it depends though, like, because I love Schindler's List, but I'm like, I'm not gonna go watch that again anytime soon. But like, I love that movie, so it depends on movies. Yeah,
I stopped doing star ratings, and then my friends make fun of me for it. They're like, "Commit," and I'm like, "Fuck you," because you'll yell at me for whatever I give it.
Stand 10 toes down. Bring back Nathan ratings. We miss it.
All my ratings are 5 stars, and you knew it. You can imagine. Just imagine there's 5 there. Every time there's a heart, imagine it's 5 stars.
That's why I always think when I see Nathan have a heart, I'm like, oh, this is probably 5 stars. But I know
I've been giving hearts to a lot of like, this is probably 3.
Yeah. But I know Nathan so well now that when I see a movie, I'm like, okay, this is Nathan Core. He would most likely give this 5 stars. He would most likely give this 3 stars. I can tell by Nathan's wording of certain reviews on Letterboxd, because I read a lot of your reviews. I'm like, oh, Nathan loved this movie. 5 stars. Certain movies I can think that's probably 3.
I so often give hearts to my rating that whenever there isn't one, it's like, oh fuck.
Yeah. But yeah, this movie, I think Jesse has I'm trying to think of a better adjective. Just incredible arc in this movie. She's dealing with abandonment. She's dealing with like love, connection, abandonment, how, and especially, but Jesse's arc connects so well with the theme of Toy Story in terms of like, what is the usage of toys? What is the effectiveness of toys on top of Jesse's own arc of abandonment, and how toys are supposed to impact specific memories? Like, what are the uses of toys, memories, timelessness? This is a theme that comes out over and over throughout every Toy Story movie. Whether it's Toy Story 1, where Buzz or Woody felt like his time with Andy was up just because of Buzz, or Toy Story 2, he was like, okay, my time with Andy is finite. I'd rather be a toy in Japan standing behind a glass, because at least I'll be preserved in different ways, like people visiting me. When Toy Story 3 is like, well, at least I'll just be with Andy, but our time is running up. And even Toy Story 4 especially, right, where it's like Woody, is with a different owner, and he can just live his own personal life with the other doll. Like, I forget her name. Bo Peep, yeah. Versus it's like, I don't think Bonnie has that much affection for Woody versus like even Forky. And then of course Toy Story 5 here, where it's like, will Bonnie learn to love toys for a long time, or is technology really taking over? I don't want to be, in terms of Jesse's perspective, I don't want to be abandoned again. I can't go through that again. But then like learning about, like, especially the tree scenes, I think it's one of the most wonderful scenes in the entire year from cinema, was just like learning about like how impactful Jessie ultimately was for her owner. I forget her name right now, but her owner, and how much her owner still reflected
Emily.
on Jessie. Emily, yeah. Nice pool.
Big tears for me, man.
Dude, why did I think that Emily's daughter died in that scene? I was like,
stop.
I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, what the heck? I was like elbowing Jalen. I was like, this
what
dark?
What do you think? You thought it was a fucking Here Lies?
No, because because they opened up like a I don't know, like a box of like photographs. Yeah. And I was like, oh, like, are these like past memories? Like, is this like I don't know. But
motherfucker's never done the time capsule.
I haven't, motherfucker. I don't know.
Maybe for your students. I don't know.
I was doing too much. I don't know. That's too much work.
Too much care.
Too much care. You'll be surprised how much projects as a teacher I'm like, next year I'm going to edit the shit out of this because this is too much work for me. But anyways, the Emily scene was just fantastic. And like, it really goes to show how much Jessie, even though Emily's time with Jessie was up, how much Jessie still impacted Emily into adulthood and beyond, and how that connection persisted to Emily's kid, and maybe so on and so forth in the future. Like, those times are so precious, and those precious memories are infinite. Like, you'll never forget about them. It's like the beautiful chain of memories that will never break. It just, I loved it so much. I loved it a lot.
Absolutely. I just speaking real quick on like the involvement of the many Buzz Lightyears in this movie, because there's like a shipwreck shipment of Buzz Lightyears that wash up ashore, and then they're all trying to like find their purpose of, going to Star Command and whatnot, and they're slowly unlearning their factory default. I love the sequence where like, oh, fallen comrade, we got to go rescue him, and they go to this camp, and he's like being held by a new kid, and he's like, I'm okay, but it's finally just a thumbs up, and you just get it. That's so beautiful. I love that.
That was great. Yeah, I love the role of the Buzzes in this story. It was, cause at first I was like, is this gonna be? I know this is a kid movie, but I was like, is this gonna be too goofy? Like, what are we doing? Multiple Buzzes? This gonna be annoying. But they played it like very funny. The humor was consistently great. But yeah, like you said, that scene, it helped that whole sequence with the Buzzes maintain like a heartwarming aspect to it, leading into the very end where all the Buzzes come down there with all the kids at the playground, which was very sweet and very cool. So the Buzzes had a great stuff. Buzz and Jessie had a great arc. Jessie alone had a great arc. How do you like the villain played by our woman,
Greta Lee?
Greta Lee. Thank you.
Oh, great. Love that arc. Because it's really interesting because like from the jump, like obviously like just leading into tech is detriment for the effects of kids, and like screen time can be quite bad when it's so persistent. But it is like interesting when you like look at the retrospect, and like the entire time, like she really does want to help Bonnie like connect with people, because in this age, like we connect with people through technology. We know each other through technology. Like if we didn't, we wouldn't be doing this. But obviously it's tricky with like the development time of a child growing up. But I do love the initial like arc of how like yeah, sometimes these like situations, especially like engaging socially online, does not pan out well. And obviously like I've heard people be like, oh, it seems like a watered down version of telling that story, and I'm like, okay, well, it's a kids movie.
It's a
We're not
kid
gonna
movie.
we're not gonna be like, you fucking bitch. Like they're not gonna make comments like that. It's a Pixar movie. Let's be real.
They're not gonna meme
Um,
Bonnie to hell.
right? Like they kind of did. There was a fucking meme thread. I'm like, that's sad.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
I
Um,
The amount of like emotional trauma I see Bonnie go through in these last like 2 or 3 movies, I'm like, can we stop? I feel
yeah,
so
I mean,
bad for this kid.
if they do Toy Story 6, man, I have some ideas, but like, yeah, Toy Story 6 would be really great to really conclude Bonnie's arc. Like, I really, really, really love Bonnie as a character. And like I said, I like how Bonnie is much more upfront as a character than Andy ever was.
Yeah,
Um, and not like for the better or not even for the worse, but just it's just so different.
yeah,
And I really like how they're focusing in on Bonnie. It has kind of like an inside out perspective where
yeah,
the toys are around the emotions of the girl from Inside Out, and just like here, like we're around Bonnie.
yeah,
But yeah, just seeing her interact, like as an audience member, you're just so automatically defensive over Bonnie, and seeing her have so much joy from the technology, and then get ridiculed online, just be like, I don't like toys anymore. I was just like, no. Especially when her best friend in this movie, what's her name? She had a really cool name. Oh God, the black kid.
yeah. The new kid, I am blinking, but yeah, she was really great. I loved how like involved she was of still playing. Like it didn't matter the age. Um, and yeah, it's like you were saying. It's fun, but mine definitely reached like sad points, because it would be like, oh yeah, like I don't play with toys because it's not cool to other people. But then also the
Mm,
other people she's trying to connect with don't want anything to do with her either. So it's just like it's a fucking rock and a hard place of no winning for her.
exactly.
And it's like she's fucking like 5, like so bad.
Her name is Blaze, by the way.
Blade,
That's a
cool as fuck,
crazy
kid.
cool name. That kid was on point. Like, okay, I guess I'll keep the toys. But like, it was really cool seeing Blaze like really still thinking about Bonnie after the fact, and them having like a genuine connection. But that's what the movie's about: having genuine connection. Technology isn't bad; it's useful for like starting up connections. But like, even me and you, like, we didn't stay friends just because we're like tweeting back and forth. Like, face to face, even online, is
Yeah.
much different than like a message discussion board thread. Like,
Mm.
just physically talking to people is still very, very important. She wasn't even doing that. She wasn't on Skype calls, Zoom calls, whatever that shit was. Do people remember Skype? But is that Unk status? But
Remember
yeah.
MySpace?
Remember Josh from MySpace? But like I like seeing the genuine connection between Blaze and Bonnie. That was like really, really surprising. I didn't know Blaze was even a character in the story, but it was just so cool seeing that development of that friendship happen in real time. And the ending was just so cool. It's like, do you want to play? And then Blaze is the one like getting the imagination running wild in Bonnie, and then
Yeah.
they all come together. And then neighbors are like, "Hey, can we play?" Well, you fake ass bitches. Like, where were you 3 days ago? Come
Yeah.
on.
I think the
But it was
fuck
so
not.
cool. Yeah, right. But it was just so cool, so good. So I really, really, really loved Toy Story 5. Um, and yeah, like I was saying with Toy Story 6, I would love what's Omegle? I don't remember that one.
Omega is like this
Omegle?
like web chat site where you kind of just like randomize connectivity. You could type in like an common interest in like a bar, and then it'll like auto match. But then you can like skip people by pressing like the escape button or something. And it's just
Oh wow.
it definitely gets messy. There's some weird people on there as well.
Okay, I don't think I ever touched Omegle.
That's okay.
I've used Skype before. But yeah. But my theory for Toy Story 6 is like kind of veering maybe a bit too similar to Inside Out 2, but like just going over maybe as of course as you grow up, you don't need toys anymore. But toys kind of really started the connection between Blaze and Bonnie. So maybe as they get older, one of them loses faith in toys first, and just like how the separation of toys coincides with the separation of Blaze and Bonnie.
Oh no, that's not the time.
I had no business on me going. Oh boy, fascinating story. But yeah, very, 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 very great movie. I love Toy Story 5.
Absolutely.
I was shocked how much I liked the movie.
Yeah, man, it hit.
It hit. Numero trace. Obsession. No.
No.
We're talking about Obsession again. Sorry, Jalen is texting me. Jalen went to Chicago over the past couple of days. But Supergirl, which I was talking about myself because Jalen ditched me. As I just said, he went to Chicago, so I had to go by myself. But it wasn't a packed theater though, so it wasn't that bad. But you know, I did see this in IMAX. Did you go IMAX?
I did, yeah. I went to the fan first screening. It was in IMAX. IMAX shots look really good.
Oh, nice. But yeah, I liked this movie, but I wanted to love this movie.
That's my review.
And oh, is it?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm stealing this from you, and I just didn't know. But I think I gave this like I was veering between a 3 and a 3.5. I think I settled on a 3 out of 5 for Supergirl, and I've been saying this. So positives for Supergirl, by the way. Of course, it's so everybody's been saying it, but like Millie Alcock is a star. She's incredible. Let's get it out the way. Because we all know the deal. I saw House of the Dragon. I don't think Nathan has, but like no. Millie Alcock was just phenomenal in House of the Dragon. She's great here. She's excellent here. Kara is, I'm already a big Supergirl fan. I still haven't read Woman of Tomorrow. Draven ... 6 out of 10. That's fair. Yeah. What's it called? Kara is such a compelling character. I still have not read Woman of Tomorrow. I really want to, especially now. They gave out the Woman of Tomorrow comic books at my theater, so I'm like, I gotta read that shit. Not the full comic, but the first issue of said run for Woman of Tomorrow. But Kara is a fantastic character. I really actually liked her emotional arc in this movie. I know some people were mixed on it, but I thought her emotional arc was, how do I describe it? It wasn't like compelling, but it was interesting. I thought it was interesting, intriguing, because again, I hadn't read the story, so I didn't know where this was going.
Yeah.
So I was very intrigued by it. But yeah, so I like Kara a lot. I liked her emotional arc and emotional journey overall in this movie. But Jason Momoa is fun as Lobo. Not a great character in terms of characterization, but he's effective in terms of like being a chaotic presence throughout the narrative. He's just used for chaos, and that's perfectly fine. That's cool. He fits the job well, or he does the job well.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. But like, I think for me, a lot of people are bashing Anna DeGardo. I don't know her last name, but they're bashing the writing of this movie, which I don't think the writing is the sharpest. Mm-hmm. But I think the biggest weakness for this movie is actually Craig Gillespie, the director of this movie. I think the direction let me down more so than the writing. You can have static characters, right? Like, I always go back to like, why are Michael Bay movies so popular? The writing is trash in those movies. We all can agree. But people remember those movies because Michael Bay's direction, whether you love it or hate it, it's unique. It has a presence in the movie.
Yeah.
Some superhero movies have not bad, but just like generic, basic script. But the direction was bad, and that kind of leads into the cinematography. It is a very brown movie, yeah. I think the direction of some of the performances wasn't the best. I think because I'm not blaming a 13-year-old actress for Ruthie. No way in hell. That's not me. I'm never going to do that. That's on the director. So I'm
Mm.
never going to blame her. That's on the director, 1,000 1,000,000%. The direction of the action sequences. We just watched Superman, James Gunn's Superman. Compare those action sequences with what we got in Supergirl. Some were good. I'm not gonna say this was all bad. I'll just say it was a mixed bag in terms of action. And the last act really disappointed me in terms of action. Especially,
Were we watching the trailers and like, oh, I don't think the
there's
final
no way
actor's
that's
on
just
this
that,
parade.
right? Yeah, there's no way that's just it, right? That's it. Yeah, it's kind of it. Like I feel like the action could have been more because at the third act in the movie, spoiler alert, the third act of the movie is supposed to be like Supergirl at her, like we're finally seeing Supergirl in action in full breath in the suit or whatever. That's supposed to be like, you know, in Superman, when we finally see that happen, when he's locked in, he's spinning motherfuckers around in the sky, lasering motherfuckers and smashing the camera in the face. That's James Gunn. That's cool. We're in it. We're in it. Supergirl is too much slow-mo. Editing is a mistake. You know, people make fun of the
needle drop.
Needle drop. I don't give a fuck about needle drops.
I didn't mind it. I like that song. So
it didn't. But instantly when I heard it, I'm like, oh, this should have been a end credit song. I think it works phenomenally well. It's like her and Clark have that scene and then play that song. I don't think it works for like a weird. I don't think it works for a song or for an action song. What did Draven say? I missed it. Don't get me started on that weird cover of The Middle. Is The Middle the song that we were just talking about?
Yeah.
Again, I don't mind the cover. I like the song. I'm with Nathan. I like the song. I just think it works better as an end credit song rather than a final fight. We're supposed to be hype, right? Am I wrong? Like, we're supposed to be hype in this moment. I'm not hype.
Like, I'm someone who, like, I listen to music all the time, and I always imagine scenes that I want to create set to the music.
Okay.
Like, that's my bread and butter, and I love listening to covers of songs as well. I think I just don't. I mean, again, like, the song doesn't bother me. I just think, like, the pacing of it being, like, the slow-mo-ness of it and, like, the mostly, like, Ruthie's observement of the action didn't, like, hit. Well, it's also just, it's a slow song, and so you think, like, okay, well, then slow-mo, but, like, doesn't click for, like, the action I'm seeing. That's the editor in me.
For me, I'm with you. Like, whenever I'm listening to songs, especially as somebody who plays a lot of video games, I'm like, certain songs are supposed to connect to certain emotions in an action specifically, especially in a comic book movie where there's a lot of action. A slow-mo, when I think of a slow-mo song like that, I'm thinking of, like, not just a slow scene, but just like you can have a fast-paced action with a slow song as long as there's like impending sadness, impending doom, or something like that. I'm trying to think of an action scene. I think this anime did it well. I forget the name of it now, but they're banging, like they're fighting so hard, but like it's these two brothers and they're fighting, but it's sad. And we're like, okay, they're boxing, but it's sad because of the context around the scene, which is why the slow song works. It doesn't work here when it's like she's fighting red shirts and creme, and she's just boxing motherfuckers. I love seeing that. It's just weird to have a slow song to display that.
Yeah, I don't mean to constantly like pull from James Gunn, but you know, he is like the master of like putting songs in the different scenes. And you know, if I think on like Guardians 3 when they're doing like No Sleep Till Brooklyn, it's like that one long take in the hallway.
Love it.
Really good.
That gets you hyped, right? Because you're supposed to be hyping that scene. They're all together. Also, like having the big fun battle in the desert just didn't do it for me. We got to stop that. And that's the reason why this movie is box office is bad, which is unfortunate. I hate to see it because the worst people in the world are going to make mountains out of molehills. But I think the main thing about why this movie is not doing well, and the main reason like me and Nathan are a little bit down on it, it's just generic. And the worst sin you can have in 2026 is a generic superhero movie. We've been at this since 2008. Yeah. 2008, or at least in terms of like big mainstream. You know, of course, Spider-Man started it all. But like, and Blade. But like Spider-Man kind of started it all in terms of like big stream popularity. But in terms of like the larger cinematic universes.
Yeah.
2008. It's been decades. And when you have a generic superhero within that mix, audiences, especially post Endgame, audiences are like, no, we're not going to go see generic superhero movies anymore. We're just not going to show up. Captain America: Brave New World, they didn't show up. Granted, Thunderbolts, I think, is definitely not generic. People just didn't like those characters. That's a Disney Plus thing. But like overall, people are not going to show up for generic superhero movies. They're done with it. Flash, Morbius, the Sony Marvel movies in general, people are not going to show up to generic garbage. Granted, I don't think this is garbage, but it just, as Draven has said, as everybody has said, as we have said, it just looks generic. It didn't look like, I make another comparison to the movie that also bombed. Master of the Universe bombed, but that's because nobody gives a shit about Master of the Universe. But like, Master of the Universe looks, this should have looked like Master of the Universe. There's no reason $175 million couldn't make you look like Masters of the fucking Universe. This should have had skies changing color. If you give me the Woman of Tomorrow comic book and I flip through the first page and the skies have like green, orange, red, blue hues, there's no reason why the third planet she's been on also is brown desert. Like, why are there 3 brown deserts in one movie with different planets? That being said, I did like the alien aspects to this movie. I did like seeing multiple alien species, languages. I like the practicality of it. I like seeing different alien species. It was just really, really cool. And yeah, Krem is bad, but Krem is a bad villain. But this gets to my point though. Like, how many times has there been Marvel bad villains? Does anybody talk about Ronan the Accuser and Guardian of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Not besides Nathan. Nobody
talks about Malekith anymore.
Malekith, but that's Thor: The Dark World. I think this is better than Thor: The Dark World. That's bottom tier. But like, I'm trying to think of a popular Marvel movie. Like, what's a popular Marvel with a bad villain? I mean,
do you like Yellow Jacket and Ant-Man?
Yellow Jacket is similar. Yellow Jacket is much better than this, but like, Yellow Jacket is generic. But we like Ant-Man because that movie looks good. It's directed well. I think Peyton Reed does a great job with that movie. But like direction, but going back to Guardians 1, I don't really like Ronan the Accuser. He's nothing to me. But the reason people love Guardians as like a top tier MCU movie is because of the direction of James Gunn. That's how he became a household name, because of the direction and the cast. He made you love the characters. He made you love seeing Marvel in space for the first time. Like, it's kind of unique, and he made the cosmic seem fun and exciting. This doesn't look like fun and exciting cosmic to me. I think I feel the same way as this movie as I do about Captain Marvel. It just feels like filler until we get to the big thing. Unfortunately, it does. I mean, especially with the ending, it kind of does. Like, I will see you next time, Supergirl. But like, I wouldn't say filler.
Well, I was thinking about this earlier. I was thinking like, okay, well, what's not working here, but like other female-led superhero films do work or are hitting the successful train. And we were talking about the writing a lot, and I feel like it does kind of stem to the supporting cast for me. Like, if I look comparatively to something like Captain Marvel or like Wonder Woman, they have just like really solid supporting cast, whether it's returning characters or new characters. They just like are either the writing servicing them, or the actors are like, doing circles around the other ones because they're such good actors. And I feel like Supergirl, some of the writing and direction may not be helping, but also there's just not a lot of supporting cast either. Like, really comes down to Ruthie, the villain, Krem, and Lobo in his like small amounts. But they're just not given much to function as well in terms of like comparatively to these other ones. I don't think.
I completely agree, and I think again that does stem from the writing. I think if Ruthie is supposed to be our moral center, especially because Kara is the one that's drunk most of the time. But Ruthie is supposed to be, for all intents and purposes, our moral center of the story. Kara is thrust upon the narrative because of Ruthie. Kara kills Krem, spoiler alert, because of Ruthie. Like, which I know is different from the comics, and people have had issues with that. But like, I I completely agree. Ruthie should not have been this flat as a character. She needed to be. She needed to be Chris Pine to what. She needed to be the Chris Pine to her Wonder Woman. She needed to
Yeah.
be her Samuel Jackson to Captain Marvel. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I didn't need a ton of supporting characters, but Ruthie in particular, if they fixed her, she would have been. This movie would have been, I think, worked a lot better for people because like
Yeah.
this was for all. This was a western, and a lot of westerns don't have the biggest. Like this was like a Clint Eastwood western. Two guys, true grit in a way, true grit, right? Like where you have an older, gritty, drunken person who's I'm tired of this. I don't need this anymore. Who has a scarred past. But then you have the young buck, the young cowboy who hasn't experienced the wild, wild west, but needs help and needs safe haven. That's like true grit, basically. And Ruthie is supposed to be like Haley Steinfeld's character in True Grit, where she's just like something. Her family is dead, so she has to care. So as like the main lead, Kara has to take care of her and help her out on this path of revenge and safety. However, in contrast to those westerns, and in contrast to True Grit, Ruthie is just like there's nothing to her. It's just like it's very static the whole way. Unfortunately, especially I was getting red flags when we got the flashback to with Ruthie's family, which I thought was very messily directed. Like I don't know who. There's no way that was like supposed to be shot that way. Like Krem walks in, menacing character. Her brother's playing on the PS5 or whatever. Comes to scare Ruthie, gets killed. Chaos ensues. Family's dead. As it just happens like so fast, and I'm just like, it came across as goofy and dumb, and I'm not like immediately that first scene what it's supposed to do is supposed to make the audience be like, oh my god, like I'm totally like locked in with Ruthie now. That's what that scene is supposed to do.
But you're not. Thing. I know they're trying to do the thing where it's like, oh, let's look at Krem. Doesn't he fucking suck? Don't you just want like them to get him? I'm like, yeah, I do, but mainly because while I'm watching the movie, I'm like, Krem is annoying.
He's annoying.
Yeah.
He's not he walks in like he's the guy from Inglourious Bastards. Like he walks in, sits down. It's like, dude, you don't have that aura.
He's the definition of he can't keep getting away with it, but not in a fun way.
He gets away with it. This movie would have been done 45 minutes in if it wasn't for Supergirl saving Ruthie. Because it's that scene in the abandoned complexes sequence where Krem is about to kill somebody. Kara's coming in to beat him up and end the movie. But then Ruthie comes in, so she decides to save Ruthie. Krem gets away to the third act. And I'm just like, this movie would have been over if decisions were changed, which is just, again, Krem just comes across as an annoying pest rather than like a compelling villain. Which, again, I can dismiss Krem. There's been tons of bad Marvel villains, superhero villains in general, with great superhero movies. We've been here before. But unfortunately, in this movie, like you said, the supporting cast just doesn't work. If your supporting cast doesn't work, and the villain doesn't work, and the movie just looks and feels generic, then that's whatever. There were certain scenes that were cool. I did like the bus hijack in space. That was a very cool sequence.
Yeah, for sure. I will never get tired of seeing a depowered Kryptonian get rejuvenated by the sun. Like awesome. That always hits for me. So, if I'm talking to the involvement of supporting cast, I will say like it's interesting because like Superman is in this a lot more than I thought he would be. He has like 5 scenes.
True.
Which I think are all wonderful scenes. However, in placate to the story, it's all like majority being flashbacks. It's not like Clark's not an involvement in the main running narrative. So that's in terms of supporting, it's more of like a sidestep of getting into Kara's character, which is again not a problem that I had at all in this movie. Kara's great. And I really do love her involvement with Clark, and I love seeing that. And I love seeing the stuff from Krypton and the.
I was just about to say I really liked that shit. That's when I was like, okay, maybe we're cooking. The father trying to be like, I'm trying to save us by creating a bubble, but then the bubble is also like a slow death prison for like they're poisoning themselves because bits of
There's
kryptonite
kryptonite
have
foil.
seeped through, and she's
Yeah.
watching people. I feel like it could have been again directed better, where you can see like the slow death. It kind of reminds me of Invincible season
Yeah.
4, episode 2, where it's like you see the slow death of the Viltrumite race,
The
and I'm like,
Scourge virus.
the Scourge virus, Optimus Prime. And that was like people were locked in emotionally because we're just like seeing the slow death, the build up to like the rings being dead people. Like that was cool. I wish we could have seen the slow death of Krypton happen more interestingly. But in general, I did like that sequence overall. I think that was very effective. And then she was like, I'm willing to die with you guys. Like, I don't want to leave you guys. I'm willing to die here with you all. I think that was very, very interesting for her character.
Yeah.
So why didn't they just take Crypto somewhere with the yellow sun? Would that have worked? I don't know. Does that work for
Crypto? I don't know if that would work. I mean, well, in the comic, I don't think that would work either. I'm pretty sure it was a specific question. I also think, from what I understand in the book, it's supposed to go on for like weeks.
Okay.
But yeah, but also like I do love Kara's connection with Crypto, and again, genius move to endears to Crypto and Superman first. This was interesting. That was interesting. I'll be like, yeah, Jor-El does just suck. They just confirmed that.
Which I said the same thing during our commentary. I was like, Nathan asked, like, do you think we're gonna see a new
perspective? As they would address it.
Yeah, like when they address it, they didn't address it, but like I've said, like, there's so many times in that movie where there's like, okay, this is a fact. This is not a lie. So if it's not a lie, I didn't expect Supergirl to switch things up. Like, no, like I didn't expect Supergirl to be like, well, Joelle was right. No, Joelle was wrong, and even people on Krypton were like, we don't want to.
Not gonna do that.
As gods over there. We don't want to harem. But it was funny seeing Jor-El like that. But it's a swing that James took, and he committed to that in Supergirl.
Yeah, it is interesting to have Kara born after Clark and not on Krypton at all.
Yeah, she was born on piece of rubble.
Piece of Krypton. Yeah,
a piece of Krypton, and slowly let it. Like I always wondered, like now, like imagine Leia on Alderaan, just like on a piece of Alderaan. Wouldn't that be crazy? But anyways, it kind of reminded me of that. Because usually Kara's parents are the assholes and Kal-El's are the good ones. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I love this stuff with Kara's father.
I liked it a lot. Always great. He was great here. And yeah, she was like, I'm willing to die here with you guys. So just hearing that, I thought that was good writing because it kind of, then you connect that to Kara's whole arc in this movie where she's like willing to die for a lot of time. She's not die, but just like, she doesn't have any initiative. She doesn't have any care. She doesn't really want to go home to Metropolis because she feels like her home, as we saw, was that piece of rubble on Krypton. She can't. Yeah. She physically just can't let go of that. So she's not comfortable enough to establish this place as a new home because that's not for her. That's not her home. Clark was born there, so he had 2 decades plus to familiarize himself with that world. Yeah. She was there till she was like in her teens, and she's just not ready to call Metropolis home. But once she's able to confront her past via dying on the Green Planet, which I thought was not the best, because I think that kind of reminded me of Mandalorian and Grogu, where it's like, I don't want my characterization to come at a lull in the movie where it's like, Mando and Grogu, Mando's knocked out, so here's our time for Grogu. Well, Kara's knocked out, so here's our time for Ruthie. It's just like, in Mando and Grogu, I didn't care for the Grogu sequences. And when Kara's knocked out, I didn't care for the Ruthie sequences. Because in both instances, they just weren't that engaging to me. So I would have liked more characterization from an active Kara. But either way, I did like those sequences, and I liked what it was getting across. Like, she's struggling to find a home. She's struggling to find a reason to really live and be a hero to people. I kind of wonder what Zod is like in this universe. Not that I need Zod to be the main bad guy again. That is true too. Yeah, I wonder how James is going to go about Zod.
I would like Zod to be like built up as like a more like later villain after we've had Clark established for quite some time.
He's going to have to be. Yeah, it's kind of like how in the Spider-Man stuff they kind of not ruined, but like they've already shot their load with Toby Green Goblin and Toby Doc Ock and Toby Electro or Andrew Electro. So it's like we can't really use those characters anymore. You're gonna have to wait a bit to see an organic Green Goblin. You're gonna have to wait a bit to see an organic Doc Ock again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind Spider-Man 6 or 7. I didn't mean to do that on purpose. I did not. But see an organic Doc Ock by like Spider-Man 6 when we're passing the torch over to Miles.
Yeah.
And then we can get like Green Goblin. Because I've always thought like Spider-Man 6 at the end of his college era, that's when we'll finally see Miles. But anyways, for Kara, I really liked her story here about her connection to home. And I wanted to love her connection to Ruthie. It's just that if I can't connect to Ruthie, I can't connect to then Kara doing all this for Ruthie. Because I'm not that connected to Ruthie. I just wanted her to have more depth to her. And that started with Ruthie's flashback. And then throughout the movie, I just never really...
I found it interesting.
Really
I found it interesting when I first heard the original ending of Woman of Tomorrow. I don't know if you...
I saw it too. I saw the article. Yeah.
Yeah, but just like in regards to like it effectively being like a time jump thing and like Ruthie's like narrating the story because they end up putting Krem in the Phantom Zone and he ends up having like moral like change within himself and then like having that moral conundrum still like should Ruthie still kill this person?
And she doesn't.
Right, yeah. Which I think is very compelling. But I guess the movie ended up changing that by having Kara do the deed.
Because I think what people are upset about because Craig Gillespie and Anna, the director and the writer, both think that in the comics that Ruthie kills Krem at the end of the story, while Tom King came out and said it's not up to discussion. Ruthie does not kill Krem because the main impetus for Kara killing Krem in this movie was because she didn't want Ruthie, who has been harboring darkness and revenge, to do the deed, like the comic book. So they had her do it. And it's 2 hours, and they didn't want it. They can't do all that in like whatever. They can't do the full brunt of Ruthie's arc in a 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
But then, of course, people were like, well, in the books, Ruthie doesn't even kill Krem, so that part doesn't work for some people. Again, I haven't read the book, but my main issue was just I don't have an issue with Kara killing Krem. I liked it. It's cool. She's different from Clark, whatever. Again, she just knocks him in the head. That's what I heard too. I can't wait to read it. So that would have been effective. Like I wanted Ruthie to be more active, have more agency in the story. She kind of just doesn't. She follows Kara around. She makes some teenage mistakes, but she's like, she both had like this moral, like we got to save them, we got to do this, on top of, but like I also got to kill Krem. So it's like you're like a moral. The morals were a bit mixed up for me with her. And then at the end, she's not even the one to kill Krem. Kara does it. And I get it that Kara was supposed to be like, I'm not letting you do that darkness. Would have been more effective for Kara to watch Ruthie be like, I can't do it. Fuck you. But then at the same time, then you also have to make Krem an interesting character. So it boils down to like writing Krem and Ruthie are just not that interesting.
Yeah.
And Ruthie primarily, before even Krem, Ruthie should have been having way more depth. That's my biggest issue.
For sure. For nothing else, still like I love what Millie brings to the character, and I'm so excited to see her involvement in the future of DC, especially like on Earth with Clark and whatnot. Like that again, that was like my favorite scenes in this movie. So it just proves like we're golden for future stories.
A couple things here. Yeah, like we're moving on ahead. I look what Peter Safran said about the box office. Like it's not what we expected, but we're not going to change anything. We're not going to be reactive. The DCEU failed because they saw BVS get a 36 on Rotten Tomatoes, and they were like, call up Zack Snyder and change the fuck out of Justice League. Change it up right now. And then that's what happened. And then everything fell out of place after that. They got too reactionary.
What if we took the Suicide Squad movie and we made it like this trailer and have the trailer people cut it who've never cut the movie before?
Yep, they're just so reactionary. They got nervous with Suicide Squad. They got nervous with BVS. They fucked up with
Wonder Woman's such like a golden egg fluke.
But they're so lucky that was already filming by the time. Like she was filming that in 2016 during all that, so it was like, and that had like a very clean production. So Patty kind of skated free. And then, of course, you don't fuck with James Wan's Aquaman. Granted, people didn't like Aquaman, but at least that was clearly a James Wan
Made $1
production.
billion.
It made $1 billion. It's a James Wan movie. You can tell. So yeah. Her killing Krem does set up her possibly becoming a Red Lantern lady later.
Talking about Kara?
Kara? Red Lantern? What do you mean, Draven? Explain.
I did also want to say, like, in regards to like Lobo in this.
Oh yeah.
Enjoyable to watch. Jason Momoa is having fun. Everybody likes Jason Momoa, so it works.
Yeah.
But you know,
he didn't do
in
anything.
terms of his involvement, it's very minimal. Like he is the one to give Ruthie the idea of like breaking out of the cell with like the poison spike, and he does end up helping out indirectly in the finale because he's going after a different target in the crew. I think you probably get better involvement in like Care Lobo. I don't know if they had these ideas before, because apparently they originally wanted to have Lobo in the original like comic run, but couldn't at the time. So putting him in here, it was kind of like a fulfillment in a way. But like, I think if you had both of them, like Kara and Lobo, reluctantly teamed up together from the jump because they just happen to be going after the same crew and they know that they can help one another, but they don't have to like each other, and I don't ever expect them to. They still don't here. I think if you spent like more time with them, like reluctantly working together, but then they realize they have to play off each other to fulfill what they need, and create this like weird dichotomy, would be more fulfilling than just having Lobo pop up every like, and Lobo's here.
I like that. We all both watched Predator Badlands, right?
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of that. Ruthie is kind of like the creature that Predator comes across in that movie, like the child one, who loses like their mom or whatever. But we are compelled by that dynamic. Like, and that's a character that doesn't even speak. It's a creature, doesn't even speak. But like, we're compelled by that partnership. That should have been how audiences were feeling between Kara and Ruthie. Like, we're compelled by that partnership. But Ruthie just isn't like that. Kara does in fact become a Red Lantern for a little while. Interesting. That's fun. I don't even think the guy Lobo was after had like one line. I don't think he did either.
I think he had one or two, but it was very inconsequential.
Very inconsequential. But yeah, but that's a good. You remind me of that Ruthie and Lobo scene. I was like, okay, are they finally gonna give us more Ruthie stuff here to work with? Mm-hmm. No, it was like, okay, she's able to save herself. She's active
but then
there.
She still gets got.
She still gets got, and then she still is just like looking around, like, whoa, what's going on here? It's just like,
I feel bad for the actors. It's just like, I feel like there's like no agency here.
right. Like that's Ruthie, especially like, because granted, I didn't read The Woman of Tomorrow, but Ruthie is a very, very active character just from the little bit that I know and have read. So I'm like, I've read that first issue that they gave us from the theater. So I'm like, that's interesting, Ruthie. And just like the first couple of lines there, I'm like, this is what I wanted from Ruthie, where she's like, my parents have been killed, and I need somebody to help save my family. Like, it's all told from her perspective. Then she comes across Supergirl, and she says the same lines she says in the movie. But it also sucks because like Marvel says like, oh, we're doing Civil War, just like the Civil War comic books, but Civil War is so different, you know. Days Past is so different from Days Past in the comics, like, etc. James Gunn, to his detriment, said like, we are adapting Women of Tomorrow, which is pretty rare, where a production has said from the jump, we are adapting this comic book. So when they do that and it's drastically not as good as a comic book, where it doesn't even look that interesting, at the very least, that's a problem. So again, I think for me, it's just the direction and the writing of the supporting cast. But again, I think this is a solid 3 out of 5. I've seen worse.
I was ranking it in my yearly thing, and it's funny when I look at it, it's fairly like low in my ranking, unfortunately. But like, I put it like just under Mando and Grogu, just because comparatively, I was like, in terms of like a sprawling space adventure, I was like, I respect the creature feature. Bits that I get in Supergirl, but if I'm to pick one, Mando Grogu gives me like a lot of variety of like very fun creatures that I get to explore, because it's fucking Lucasfilm and they're the masters of that.
Oh shit!
And I also already have like obviously there's no like push development on Mando and Grogu much at all in that movie, but at least like I experienced it in some of the seasons, so I already have like that deep attachment to them.
I gotta go Supergirl over Mando and Grogu. I have to.
I can understand. Sure.
Mando and Grogu, I was just like, both times I'm like, I'm not bored watching these movies. Besides, like Mando and Grogu both had like one sequence where I'm like, I'm bored a little bit. Like when Kara was like weakened on the Green Planet, I was like, okay, this is a bathroom break scene. But even when Grogu was like helping Mando, like that's a boring sequence there. But at least Kara alone is interesting than anything in Mando and Grogu, for me at least. But Mando and Grogu does look better than
were you surprised that Seth Rogen was in this?
That surprised the fuck out of me. That was Seth Rogen, right?
Yeah, because
I'm not crazy, right?
He pops up in anything that I don't expect. I have to take a second. Like, is that Seth Rogen?
That was him, right? We're not crazy.
Totally. I didn't like confirming the credits because I was just like,
me neither.
That is Seth Rogen.
That's Seth Rogen. That was so weird. Like, since when? But okay.
Honestly, I'm more accepting of Rogen popping up in anything because I feel like he's in like more like pop culture, like nerdy things.
He's doing the studio. Like, what? How non-busy are you doing? 2 seasons?
It's just a voice role, like for a puppet.
Yeah, he probably filmed him in a closet for like a week or for like a day. Not for a week. Yeah. I do wonder what they are going to do at tomorrow. Are they going to prioritize one? Oh yeah. So Draven, great question. I want to talk about that because people are upset about like the future of the DCU. I'm not nervous. I have faith, but I do have some problems or some questions, I guess. Not problems, but like, and this comes from James Gunn, right? Like James Gunn isn't one to do like the basics. The basics was like Superman, next year do Batman, next year do Wonder Woman, either do a Justice League or do a Trinity kind of movie. He's not doing that. He's doing a Superman, then a Superman sequel. And then from what we know, Teen Titans and a Deathstroke and Bane movie.
Clayface
and then
this year.
Clayface, and then a Jimmy Olsen King Kong, fucking Gorilla Grodd TV show, like Creature Commando season 2.
So I like the variety, but I don't see cohesive aside from the Superman stuff that we're getting. Superman, Supergirl, Man
that
Tomorrow,
makes sense.
And I think there's another Kryptonian project that they want to do. Aside from that, I'm like, what's the through line? In fairness, we're about to get Lanterns, and then Jon Stewart's going to be in Man tomorrow. So there's, I'm sure there'll be better building blocks as we see that unfold, but because I don't see like a clear bridge. Because usually, like, we expect based on our Marvel brains that like we build up to an event film like the Avengers. So you would think like, oh, how are we going to get to Justice League? When would they do that? I don't know.
And even whenever they ask them about Justice League, they're like, well, we want to build up our characters first. When the scripts come, they'll come. But like, it's like, but in order to get audiences progressively excited financially and just culturally in your universe, they're going to have to come. They came to see Iron Man. Yeah. They came to see Thor. Not as much as Iron Man, but they came and made money. Then you went to Captain America, another risk. Going in the past, Captain America, World War I, period movie.
Yeah.
They came. A year after that, Avengers. Granted, we know, or 2 years, maybe I don't forget the timeline. But like, they're not going to do Justice League anytime soon. But at least when we heard the Bane pitch for Gods and Monsters, he said Superman, Supergirl, Swamp Thing, which we knew that's whatever, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
But then he mentioned what's it called? Batman.
Yeah.
Right? He mentioned Wonder Woman, at least a TV show, TV show, and that they were going to slowly develop Wonder Woman. But I'm like, okay, Batman should have been here. Like we should have Batman in 2028, a year after Man of Tomorrow. Yeah. We should have Wonder Woman in 2028, a year after Man of Tomorrow. We need the big hitters soon.
It is crazy, like how much big hitters DC has, because at the time it's like Iron Man's like, oh, maybe, and like Thor, like, oh, sure, Cap,
right,
all right, but then like and even like then, like the charisma of how successful Iron Man was, and he got a sequel as well. When you get to something like Avengers, even if you don't have the connectivity of every Avenger, you're like, well, I know at least one or two that I'm on board for. I'm very familiar with Hulk. Like that was me at the time. I was like, I've seen Iron Man's. I know Hulk, and I'm all about it. But I that was weird for me. I hadn't seen Thor or Cap before seeing Avengers at the time.
Wow,
When I
I
was
didn't do
little.
that.
Yeah, so then like I watched those and I'm like, oh, I fucking love all this. Let me go back because they're on Netflix. Let me fucking go. And I'm
Just
watching.
like
I'm like, oh
two-year-old
fuck
Nathan, right?
yeah. But like it was great to just see it and like get it like fleshed out. And you're like, now I'm like super attached to every Avenger, and I'm like, okay, well now I'm here for like every installment, and like hopefully something like that can happen going forward. With like maybe people aren't turning out to see Supergirl, but like they'll see her like in involvements with Clark and future stuff and be like, okay, well I'll go check out this thing again, and then
Exactly.
and then hopefully the popularity will be on the rise more so to be like, oh well, maybe we'll do another Supergirl movie because I want there to be another Supergirl.
I want there to be two, like,
yeah.
And especially Supergirl on Earth, kind of like what I wanted from Captain Marvel, like Captain Marvel more on Earth. Granted, Captain Marvel 2 was more so of a space movie again,
Yeah.
but I like Captain Marvel 2. But like,
Me too.
What's it called? I just want I want more adventures for Kara, and even if we don't have future like an upcoming Justice League movie, what James is smartly doing, which didn't really happen as early on in the MCU, is having your sequel movies like Man of Tomorrow feature people like Kara, Green Lantern, right? Like Iron Man 2, you had Black Widow, but that was like her introduction. She didn't have a movie and then came into Iron Man 2. So that's why I like that, like, okay, even if we don't have a certain movie or a certain big team up, they're going to team up in their sequel movies or maybe their first movies.
Sure.
Another last question for Supergirl. Peter Safran said, like, we're doing Kara in Man of Tomorrow. She's having fun with Clark on set. That's cool. Or David on set. We know she's in that. They also said, we know the next thing for Supergirl after Man of Tomorrow. Did you read that quote? Where it's like, after Man of Tomorrow, she's going to be in a movie and Kara's going to have a big role in that. I was shocked by this because great, right? I am shocked by this because I read the quote initially when it was getting passed around. I was like, of course, Kara has a big role in Man of Tomorrow. I didn't know that they meant the movie after Man of Tomorrow, Kara has a big role in. So I'm like, oh, wait. So are we going to get Kara pulling a hat trick, getting Supergirl, Man of Tomorrow, and a third movie? I'm down for that. But my question now to you, what could that be after Man of Tomorrow? People are saying, like, James Gunn did tweet out that shot of Wonder Woman and Kara together, that would be peak. That would be peak. Wonder Woman and Kara together in the same movie. That would be amazing.
Not a team up I expected, but
not a team up I expected at all. I don't know if that happened a lot. Maybe Draven knows if Wonder Woman and Kara team up in the comics a lot. I don't know. But James tweeted that out, and then Peter Safran made that quote, and people were like connecting the dots. I don't know, because at this point, there's no way in hell they do a Supergirl 2. Even though me and you want one, I will go fund me one, please. But like, if she wanted to team up in somebody else's movie, I have no clue what it could be. Do you have any idea what it could be? No?
No, I would just presume it's more Superman related stuff, or Kryptonian in of itself. Maybe they do a movie exploring stuff with Phantom Zone. I don't know.
How much can they do with Kryptonian stuff? We already had like Supergirl, Man of Tomorrow, Superman. We're gonna need some. We're gonna, as Draven said at the beginning, we're gonna need a Wonder Woman. We're gonna need a Themyscira stuff. We're gonna need a. I'm still shocked if we ever get Teen Titans. And Batman is in like a weird place where they don't have to do two different Batman continuities going against each other. They don't have to, but Matt Reeves is like, hell no. I think Clayface might do good since it's being touted as a straight up horror movie, and horror is hot right now. Horror is always hot. Horror is always hot.
I got the Clayface trailer in front of this as well.
Did I? I don't think I did. Maybe I showed up late to the movies. I don't know. But Clayface is going to do well.
I think so. Especially like, around October.
25, 30 million. I'm not expecting big stuff, but like, it's a horror movie. This couldn't have cost that much. This better not cost over $100 million.
I don't
Hell
think
no.
so. Even like the actual like clay effects look very practical.
Yeah.
That would just like prosthetics over the face.
So if this does like 30 to 40 million, plays like an average start of a horror franchise, that'd be pretty good for Clayface. But
Totally.
yeah, yeah, I do wonder. Like, they really got to get. Do you believe we'll see Batman and Clayface? By the way, do you think that? I know John Campea came out being like,
Guys,
guys.
I think I know. I think I know, and
Oh man,
somebody told me, and I'm like, I, it might be that.
Nathan, I was dying when I saw that. Like,
Not somebody
John
you would
Campea might
expect.
know. Like, so this is what's gonna happen, right?
Well, I'm not mad at it. I'm like, who? Give a hint, motherfucker.
He's white, but like,
how is he still functioning after leaking No Way Home photos and putting his name on it? By the way,
that was comedy. But this was gonna happen, guys. If you see him become a big monster in the end, but this was gonna happen. Batman's gonna be revealed, and John Campea is gonna be like, "That's what I thought it was.
there he
That's
is.
what. That's what they're." I'm like, "Because it could be anybody.
Right.
That's so aggravating. Don't fuck you." It's like, oh well, it's not who you expect. Who are people expecting? Like, people are expecting 20 different people right now. Like, it could be anybody. But the way he did say that, like, it's not what people are expecting, makes it seem like it's not completely an unknown person, right?
Yeah.
Like, if it's an unknown, he'll be like, nobody will guess this. I like as an unknown actor. I think he would just say it's an unknown. But by saying it's not who he expected means he already knew who it was beforehand. He just didn't expect it to be Batman. Granted, I think he's bullshitting anyways. But anyways, if this is true, if there's a sliver that is true, if there's even a 1% chance,
absolutely.
Why would James Gunn cast Batman so early if Batman's not supposed to be Peter in like years to come? There's no reason to do that.
Why are we taking so long? This is the question.
That's the question. We should have a Batman movie come out after Batman Part 2. Unfortunately, Matt Reeves took a long time for Batman 2. That's whatever. It is what it is. But like,
at this rate, I wouldn't expect if we're waiting for like a glimpse of Batman before actually getting stuff for Batman, it would probably be like in Teen Titans in Robin's storyline.
Teen Titans coming out like randomly in the middle of this, in the start of this universe, is wild, by the way.
The whole idea of starting in like this, the universe is ongoing now. I'm like, okay, but that's both a lot to jumble, and like we're cherry picking such random spots.
It's I like it in theory, but so far in execution, it's just like it's odd. Because yeah, Teen Titans is cool, but it's just like, okay, interesting. It's just a one and done Teen Titans movie in where's Teen Titans taking place? Like San Francisco or whatever. Like I don't know. Like it's just it feels random, but I'm down for it. But we need the heavy hitters. We need Batman. We need Wonder Woman to get people culturally excited. Because if they go see Batman, they go see Wonder Woman, that might have them be more willing to see Supergirl. Because right now,
when do we get the Flash?
Flash is on 2035, some bullshit like that.
Or do we do a different? Do we do Not Buried?
Of course, they're doing Wally 1000%.
That makes sense. Yeah,
they're 1000% doing Wally. It has to be Dick. It has to be Dick.
Clip that.
Pause.
It has to be Dick.
But yeah, I like talking about the DCU, man. It's interesting. I like you. End all be all. I'm excited to see what Kara does next. I hope Kara steals the fucking show in Man of Tomorrow and whatever she comes in next. Yeah. I am disappointed that he didn't do it so well at the box office, but I get it. Audiences just will not show up for basic superhero movies. You're right. It would have to be after Brave the Bold. Draven, did you ever read the Teen Titans run with Damian in the lead? I read like the first couple issues of it. I liked it. It's a very different dynamic than what Dick is like as a leader.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Well,
that's it.
yeah, as much as we expected. We also have other things to speculate.
Let's do it. Let's go. Some Marvel rumors.
Marvel, baby. Yeah. Our good old buddy who doesn't know us, Alex.
He's like, who the fuck are these guys?
Right. Over at Cosmic Circus, he has some insights on ongoing stuff within the Marvel universe of different projects that are in development, and
I have some hot takes.
Yeah,
I one, and I'm like, that's cap, Alex. That's cap, Alex.
Yeah,
but,
stop me if we read any, or if they don't come out, absolutely bring them up. But
okay.
He always breaks these up into different projects. Starting off, we have some stuff for Avengers Doomsday.
Let's do it. Are you surprised? End of June, as of this recording, is June 29th. No trailer.
See, I live in a funny world where everyone's like, "Where's the trailer? Why haven't we gotten the trailer?" I'm like, "Didn't we get 4?"
Those were like 10
They're teasers, but like it's
how long were they? Were those 1 minute?
They're over a minute. They're at least like a minute and a half. It's like a
minute. Are those 90 seconds?
Yeah, they're about, and like there's 4 of
way.
them. So if you combine them, you got like a fucking 4 minutes of Doomsday.
It didn't feel that substantial. It was just like, hey, we're back.
Yeah, so and so's back. So I mean, the one that felt like the most like a trailer, I think, was the
Thor,
the Wakandans.
Okay.
Like I felt like that felt trailer-y.
Because I felt like, hey, we're here, guys. What's up? I'm Brooklyn, or whatever he says.
Yeah. What if they just keep doing that with characters? It's just like, oh yeah, Spider-Man will return. I don't know. But yeah, here. So they were saying, this is like Q&A stuff. But somebody asked a while ago, you released an article where you said there is a possibility they might explore animated universes in Doomsday. Do you know if that's going to happen, or did that idea get abandoned or something? And Alex says, from what I have been informed, that idea is no longer happening. At the moment, there are 6 universes that we will see in Avengers Doomsday. Those are main MCU, Fantastic Four, X-Men universe, Doom's original universe, Toby's Spider-Man universe, and a pocket dimension, though I might be describing that last one incorrectly. It's basically, quote-unquote, the universe that's hidden away.
That's the universe where we're going to box that. That's where the universe where you fight at.
Yeah, but, until it becomes Battle World. But I found that interesting, the idea of like Doom's original universe.
Yeah, what the hell?
Who the fuck is in Fantastic Four then? Because Latveria and Victor is established.
There's no way this Doom has nothing to do with this Fantastic Four. Don't do that to me. You can at least.
You said you want like the real Doom after RDJ. So what do you want?
No, yeah. That's a good point. Didn't I say that? No, I'm trying to remember my argument. Because this Doom. Because I thought this Doom was going to be from. I thought RDJ's Doom was from our universe at the very least. But yeah, I also still want like another organic Doom.
Yeah,
I don't know. I forget my whole argument. I'm old, but I still want an organic Doom thing. But I'm just pissed because I know this RDJ Doom has to die, has to lose somehow, right? He has to get.
What if he doesn't? Because the Russo brothers want to work with RDJ more.
Because
some people are also speculating
because he is RDJ, then I just don't think we're going to see this Doom again.
Some people are also speculating like that quote from the Russos could also mean that maybe we are doing that part 1, part 2 Secret Wars again. Maybe you never know.
Don't you dare do that to me. We can't do a hat trick of 3 Avengers movies. That's exhausting.
Says you until they don't reveal it until Secret Wars is about to come out. And then it's like, well, I got to come back for the epic conclusion.
I mean, I'll be there every single day, every day of the week, dog. But yeah.
8 tickets, please.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah. The 6 universes make sense. Going to Toby's makes no sense. I think we'll just see Toby's universe for a split second before he comes back to our universe. Or comes not comes back, but comes to our universe. I don't think we're going to be visiting Toby's universe.
I think he might get it done.
I could see him like a glimpse of him making breakfast with MJ and his daughter. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, totally. Now, are we gonna see that universe die, and then also can we restore it later?
I think all universes will be eventually restored.
Yeah.
Oh, do I want that though? I don't know.
I think like selective ones being in their own pockets, but then like the main MCU itself is going to be streamlined with certain things.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
But just the fact that people are going to have to be sacrificing universes, even if they do eventually get restored, the act of people that we know as heroes sacrificing universes would still be compelling.
Absolutely. Person said, in Avengers Doomsday, we all know that Earth 10,005, which is the Foxverse, has replaced Earth 1616 as the Earth that's colliding with the main Marvel Earth 616/1999. Loki is taking the place of the Beyonders from the original comic, and that T'Challa will not be involved. What other deviations and changes have been made from the original Time Runs Out comic in order to, for lack of a better phrase, fit better on screen? And Alex says, not necessarily Time Runs Out alone, but the Black Priest, Black Swans, and the Builders. Also, technically, we get a form of Illuminati 2.0, though they don't call themselves that.
Yeah, I wouldn't see them being Illuminati, but just like the group of people being like, what do we do with our planet? That makes the most sense. Interesting. I hate people like, we all know. No, we don't. Nobody's seen the movie. Like, we all know, according to your past rumors, Alex, that like that's a
sure, weird or like some scoops that around.
Anyways,
do you think we'll get any other projects set on Battle World? Alex says, I hope we do, but I really doubt it.
I doubt it. They don't want to go back to this well. They want to wrap this up and move on to the X-Men saga. We keep saying that. There's going to be
what if season 4?
After Secret Wars, there's going to be no reason to be like, oh, but guys, please show up for our other Battle Worlds movie. No, nobody gives about Battle Worlds. At least as a standalone movie. Nobody cares about that as a standalone.
Yeah. You've recently teased that some heroes will fall into morally gray areas in Doomsday.
Not this again.
No, that's interesting. Can you give us a hint on who some of those heroes might be?
Here we go.
Alex says the X-Men for sure. Well, that's probably just because they're fighting for their universe. Those guys have made some unbelievably dubious choices, but you can't really blame them because they've had no choice. Yeah,
it's their universe. Yeah, what the fuck are they supposed to do?
Yeah, literally, right?
Like, hey, please save the MCU universe because
why?
Like, no, they want to save their own universe first, of course.
Okay. Will we see all of the legacy Marvel actors like Eric Bana, Nicolas Cage, Ben Affleck, etc. in Secret Wars? Alex says only Toby and Andrew are reportedly appearing in these movies in terms of legacy characters at the moment. I have heard Nicolas Cage, Ghost Rider, and Ben Affleck's Daredevil thrown around, though I'm not entirely sure if there has been any progress on that front.
Hopefully not. That's useless. Eric Bana. What do you guys want? Do you guys want the Flash where they just like wave CGI in your face? Like, come on.
Now, mind you, I believe Eric Bana cures himself at the end of that movie. I don't think he's Hulk anymore.
Oh, does he?
I believe so. I think it's because it's all a metaphor for like internalized rage and PTSD from abusive childhood. So
that's like the only thing I remember from that movie is like his abusive childhood.
That movie is like way less like comic booky fun, even though it's in there. But it's very just like, oh, this is sad.
Yeah, I mean, that movie, Ang Lee does go hard in the paint on like comic movie panels in that movie. Like I like that. He does. Part. Yeah.
Okay, let me.
But overall, to go back real quick, while you look for the next question, I just think, despite people being like, are they going to include Nicolas Cage and all these characters? Like, yes, there's going to be a lot of characters, but I don't think it's going to be like every single character you've ever heard of in these movies. Like, you got to relax. People had the same expectations going into Doctor Strange. They had the same expectation going into Spider-Man 3. Like, relax. You're not including everybody. They have to make a good story first, guys.
Yeah, you're right. In the past, it has been said that Doom will have allies at his side, including a coven of witches. Is there anything special or outstanding that we can know about this coven? And he said, Coven's an overstatement. He'll have a few witches on his side and individuals that can perform magic, but it's not really a coven of witches like we've seen in Agatha.
I can see it being like no name, people with no lines kind of thing, maybe.
Yeah. Well, apparently it's also potentially going to be heroes that we are familiar with.
Being witches?
Being some part of Doom's coven in some capacity.
Yeah, I can see him being part of his squad. Maybe they're taking that too literally with Coven. But yeah, it kind of reminded me of like Thrawn and the Witches of Dathomir. Something along those lines.
I could see that. Is there anything, and I mean anything, that you find very interesting or exciting about Avengers Doomsday that has not been mentioned, leaked in the past? And Alex says, the opening sequence really is a spectacle on its own. It's like a kid was given a sandbox. Hold on.
No!
Okay, but of all universes, I'm like, okay. Sure.
yeah, that's true.
The kid was given a sandbox, threw his toys in, and just said, let your imagination run wild. And it serves very well to establish the very real threat of incursions, because no one, not even your favorites, is safe.
No, don't do that. But yeah, that'd be funny. Is this the same quote we talked about Hulk? I heard that floating around.
For what?
About Hulk. They said like Hulk gets his ass kicked in the first act again. Is that true? Is that in this?
I don't remember hearing that. I don't think they would do that again.
I've heard that floating around. I saw it from Alex or some.
You can't keep getting away with it.
Maybe it wasn't Alex, but I heard like Hulk it appears in the first act and gets his body kicked by Doom. But there's no way. I was like, there's no way they do that again. They pull some Grindelwald type shit with RDJ Doom.
What, just changing his face?
That's what I'm nervous about. No, in terms of him just coming in there and just being like this threat. We get Fox up in their fourth goodbye, guys. Honestly, Deadpool supposed to be. They got to end credits in Deadpool. That was their goodbye. Here we are again. Hot dogs show up all of a sudden. Classic hot dogs.
Oh my gosh. Does the movie spend any time establishing Sam's Avengers before the main plot kicks in, or are they just thrown together and expected to work as a team? Alex says it is really the Avengers if it's just two of them when we. Is it really the Avengers if it's just two of them when we start?
Who's two?
Is he talking about just Sam and Joaquin, New Falcon? Have they not built the team yet?
Have they not built? What is going on, Sam?
Are we building the team along?
So this was confusing me. Sam had the nerve to file a complaint about the title for the new Avengers to Thunderbolts, and they're like, "Well, fuck you, Sam."
But also, okay.
But also, like, if you do that, you better have some new Avengers, Sam. You can't just file a trademark on Avengers if you don't have the Avengers, motherfucker. So what's going on here? He inherited the Avengers. Bullshit, motherfucker.
I mean, didn't he?
If I'm Florence P, I'm taking him to court. I'm like, bro, you don't even have an Avengers. You can't trademark us when you don't even got a team, motherfucker. It's just you and another bird.
Bird.
So yeah. But yeah, like this movie is gonna be 2 hours and like 50 minutes. Are we gonna have time for them to get the squad together? Shang-Chi, Falcon. Who is it again? Shang-Chi, Falcon, Cap,
Black Panther,
Ant-Man.
And
Ant-Man's in this?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he's in the chairs.
Okay.
And also, like, now we know that Cassie's in it as well.
Okay.
Come on, man, keep up.
We'll see. Somebody clipped the end of Ant-Man. We walk on the sidewalk.
No. Oh man, God, King was so good. Fuck. We had it all.
Did I leave the oven on?
Oh man. You and other insiders have agreed that the fight between Cyclops and Sam Cap in particular is going to be very good. Is this still true, or did things change in between edits reshoots of the movie? Alex says the Avengers versus X-Men fight is still very good overall and one of the few highlights of the film before everyone gets forced to calm down.
I can't wait to see it.
Very exciting.
Even if my boy Shang-Chi should not be boxing with fucking Gambit. Anyways.
That's exciting though.
Shang-Chi should stop. Is it even known if Spider-Man is in this? Yes, Tobey Maguire is in this, not Tom Holland.
Yeah, yeah. No, yeah.
Tom Holland
If Tom is in it, it would be probably post credits.
Yeah, he'll be a main focus in Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Given everything we know, anything could change. But like
the following question, by the way, my simple question is: Tom Holland going to be in Doomsday in any capacity, small part cameo, anything at all? Alex says some sources say yes, some sources say no, some don't even know. What I have been told is that at the moment Tom Holland doesn't appear to be in Avengers Doomsday, but is being saved up for Secret Wars. We expected.
As we expected. I mean, that just goes into filming. They weren't even filming Brand New Day by the time they were doing Secret Wars, or sorry, Doomsday.
Yeah.
Brand New Day was filming afterwards. But yeah, any scene that they were filming, the reason he says I don't know is because any scene they filmed for Brand New Day could easily like, hey guys, on Tuesday we're going to film Tom's scene for Doomsday. Then on Wednesday we're back in New York. Like, it could be so willy-nilly. They could easily film they could easily film Tom doing a Doomsday scene during the course of filming, and the leakers will be none the wiser. So it just depends. In the black suit,
I don't think he shows up unprompted, but I also I've wanted this forever. I don't want to do the fucking symbiote in the bar follow up. I want him to get it in Battle World like he does in the comics for Secret Wars. I just feel like that's like, you have it all here. Just do it.
We've been saying that since Spider-Man 3. Like, I'll be shocked if that doesn't happen, to be honest.
Yeah,
it'll set up Spider-Man 5 or 6 fairly well.
There's no way Sony wouldn't want to do that either. Like, it's like, oh, what, we kick off Venom and like the biggest moneymaker ever. Let's do it.
Yeah, like, oh, you find a symbiote organically in an alternate Battle World universe, comes back to New York, Spider-Man 5. Like, oh shit,
what a concept. Back in April, you teased the Word of God, a magical book that Doom will be using in Doomsday. Will this book have anything to do with how he gains more power throughout the movie, or is it something that he has already had and used? Alex says Doom has a large collection of trinkets and items he has been collecting throughout his adventures. It's why he's so powerful, even without Loki's abilities to make him a god.
He didn't answer that motherfucker's question, did he?
No.
But either way, yeah, that kind of makes sense. He has, basically, Alex is like, Doom is magic. Oh yeah, Brand New Day was originally supposed to come after Doomsday, right?
I think so. Yeah,
I think so originally.
Originally supposed to be a summer release.
Yeah, but they remember Doomsday got delayed a whole year.
Yeah. I remember in a previous one you said Yelena is Bob's person in Doomsday. Could you elaborate on that and how their relationship is? Also, will Bob also have any closeness with any of the other new Avengers?
I saw this quote, but read it to me.
Right on. Sure. So I don't want people to think of it as sort of a romantic undertone. I will. Though there is a partial tension there. It's more along the lines of Yelena being the one who understands Bob the most. Sure, he's friendly to the new Avengers, but if Yelena were in trouble, Bob would literally burn down heaven and earth for her to save her. Loved hearing that. Hell, here's an in-movie example. During the movie, Bob really doesn't want to use his Sentry powers to avoid risking unleashing the Void, but later on, with Yelena's help, he willingly uses his powers to try to save the multiverse, knowing full well the risk he's taking, and he'll become the Void and kill everyone, and the only reason he agrees is because Yelena asks him to.
Yeah, like, I like... So that quote got traction because the fandoms, multiple fandoms were arguing. You had the Yelena is gay fandom being like, this is bullshit. Yelena's gay. Or then you had the second fandom being like, okay, but why isn't there romance between Yelena and Bob? And then you have people like me, where I'm just like, I'm with that second one. Like, I want that romance between Yelena and Bob, even though Yelena and Kate is much more interesting. If you ever want to bring Kate and Yelena back together, that'd be peak. But if they're going to make Yelena with Bob, whatever. But I hope Marvel doesn't shy away from romance. That'd be really cool. But I do like that their connection continues in this movie in some way, where she kind of has to make him go become Sentry. Might be some consequences, but I'm excited to see that play out. I'm excited to see that tug and pull play out, because that was a great short part of Thunderbolts. So that could be very intriguing.
Yeah. Somebody asked, wondering if there were any cool tidbits you might have heard about Secret Wars recently. He says, just the exploration of a two-parter. I can confirm through sources and evidence provided recently that the Russos have another Avengers film that they're working on aside from Doomsday and Secret Wars. Based on their statement, there's a chance it will involve splitting Secret Wars in two. However, it could also be the next Avengers installment.
I saw this.
Okay.
Cap.
It's in America.
Two things.
Sure.
If there's another Avengers movie, the Russos are not doing it.
You want a fresh voice?
We need a fresh voice.
Mm-hmm.
We just need it. I know Russos love these characters. I know Foggy loves the Russos. I know they all love each other. We need a fresh voice. This is why we didn't have John Watts doing Spider-Man 4. Like we just need a fresh voice. Could the Russos easily do another Avengers after a Doomsday and Secret Wars? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Would it be good for the Marvel Universe? Probably. I just want a new voice. Secondly, Cap to doing a third one that is attached to Secret Wars.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's happening. There's no way. Again, they're not doing a Secret Wars Part 2. They're going to end this shit in 2027. Confirmed. They're not pushing this. They will not. You heard it here first. June 29th. They will not do a third Avengers movie. Now watch me say this, and next month at Comic-Con, they're like,
yeah,
boom, baby, 2028 Battle World. Fuck. But that's gonna be my reaction. Fuck.
We'll probably get the Doomsday trailer next month for Comic-Con.
1000%. It has to be next month. It has to be July. It has to be.
But
either way,
the easiest place to leak things that is very high security.
I don't know where. Maybe it was from Alex. I saw somebody say that like the Russos would want to share something that night at Comic-Con, and some people are like they should be exclusive to Comic-Con. And it's like whatever. It's going to be leaked either way. But either way, yeah, I don't believe the Russos are going to do another Avengers, and I don't believe another Avengers is going to be attached to Secret Wars. I do believe that they've talked about it. Sure, obviously they talk about everything, but I don't think it's going to come to fruition.
I think if this is the $1 billion moneymaker they expect, I think
because it's like, hey Nathan, we're having so much fun filming Avengers. In 5 years, do you want to do another Avengers movie? Sure. And then that gets trickled down. It's just like the Russos are doing another Avengers movie. But yeah, they talked about it in passing whether they're making this movie. Sure, they would love to. But like, I think it's right now they're just focusing on two of the biggest movies of all time.
Yeah, I mean anything could change. I mean, originally Destin Daniel Cretton was going to do Avengers 5.
Yep.
John Watts was going to do Fantastic Four. Like things changed. Things
changed. We're supposed to get two Avengers movies last year or this year.
Yeah. Breaking news. Remember we popped on the stream? I was like, get the fucking
classic.
For the supernatural side, there's some stuff like Blade and Moon Knight, but what supernatural projects can you expect to see after Doomsday? Now it says Black Panther 3 is at the top of the list.
Hell yeah. Oh, I think I read the quote. Is this from Alex where he talks about Black Panther 3?
Yeah, I'm on his stuff for Black Panther 3 now.
Okay, we're about to talk about it. Okay, because I read that one too. But yeah, this is obviously the 2028. I think 2028 is what? May, June, December, I think, or May, June, November. I forget how it works. But the May date, July date, one of those two summer dates is going to be Black Panther. The other one's going to be X-Men, whichever way they want to do it. But I'm just so excited for Black Panther 3. It's going to be so good. You have Denzel motherfucking Washington in their movie. You have Coogler coming off of Sinners, so he gets carte blanche, blank check, bitch. Like, yeah. I am hyped. Come on. So hit me with the Black Panther shit.
Absolutely. I assume when you say they're looking for the next Black Panther, you're referring to T'Challa Jr. In that case, what kind of role could we have going forward in relation to Shuri? And he says, drop the Junior, it's T'Challa the second, and he'll just be called T'Challa moving forward. Drop the it's Facebook.
Oh wait, was that the whole sentence?
Yeah, he's just gonna be called T'Challa moving forward, and I think we also expected that.
Who's the guy that's gonna play Black Panther? What's his name from the Brad Pitt movie?
from F1.
F1.
Damson Idris.
Damson Idris. That's still the guy, right?
For sure, right?
That has to be right. Who else? Black, young. What is he? 31, 32? He's a perfect age for this.
Fit as hell.
What?
Fit as ever.
Yeah, exactly. Eternals. He's 34.
Don't give me hope.
34, but yeah, 34 is fine. How old is Brie Larson now?
She's probably 30.
36.
36. Do you hear this fucking thunder happening right now?
I hear that. Oh wow.
I'm gonna fucking.
I'm gonna short out.
Yeah.
Let's hurry up. But yeah, I'm excited for Damson.
Oh, Alex did have more to say.
Yeah, sure. Go into it.
In relation to Shuri, it is far too early to tell, but the few details I have been told about Black Panther 3 involve a coming-of-age story with a heavy emphasis on legacy and what it means for T'Challa to inherit the title of Black Panther. There's also been some talk about Nakia not wanting T'Challa to be the Black Panther and inherit the throne. Lastly, there are some other interesting things I can't really disclose yet, but there are several themes that Ryan Coogler wanted to incorporate in this next installment, including supernatural connections to the ancestral plane and mutants, not just Namor.
Okay, there's a lot interesting, good shit there. So Nakia doesn't want T'Challa II to become the next Black Panther.
Yeah.
I always thought, maybe not always, but I was kind of leaning towards Black Panther II being like a multiversal character because he has to be older, right? He's like 30s. So
I just presumed he would be like mainstream Black Panther after the reset.
He's going to age up like 20 years after a reset?
I feel like anything's possible because we're messing with timelines.
We are messing with timelines, but Nakia was... Okay. I just wonder how that mother-son dynamic is going to work out because Damson's the same age as Lupita Nyong'o, or around the same age as Lupita Nyong'o. So it's like,
people.
Yeah, sure. Lupita's 43. Wow. Movies, put Lupita as leads in more movies. Anyways, that mother-son angle is going to be confusing to me because I always thought he's like a Black Panther from another time who gets put into our universe. But if he's still the son of Nakia, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to mix and mash that up by making him older. But either way, I like a coming of age story. Or maybe it is maybe it's not Damson. They go somebody younger, like a young 20s Black Panther.
Maybe.
I don't know because that'll be more coming of age. If he's in his 30s, but what's coming of age? He's a grown ass adult.
He will play.
He'll play
early 20s.
Okay, yeah, 36 playing early 20s. That works. Yeah, because like in F1, he was like playing a 20-year-old. I think he was like a young hotshot. But either way, so yeah, that could work. But I'm just very curious about that. On to the cool thing. So, Supernatural, not Phantom Zone. What's it called? Supernatural. What's it called?
Ancestral plane.
Ancestral plane. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ancestral plane, supernatural stuff. That's very, very cool. Let's see Michael B. Jordan again. Let's do it.
Yeah. I think also
still too. Like what the fuck?
Yeah. I think I'd also heard rumor that I think they're going to be looking into implementing Storm into the story, which I think is good call.
So cool. A new Black Panther, mutants, supernatural, coming of age story.
Budding
mother son, what?
Budding romance with Storm and T'Challa.
Oh my god, that could be the best movie ever. If they're cooking that way. Like that could be Ryan Coogler's like, okay, I did my trilogy, I'm out, bitch. I'm leaving on a high note. Like that'd be the best. I think this is going to be his last time. There's no way he does like Spider-Man 4 or
Denzel Washington is Storm.
Denzel Washington has to be the villain. Make Denzel the bad guy. Make him the bad guy.
He just plays Gladiator 2 again.
Even though you can't really box Denzel, it's not going to look good. You'll get a Gladiator 2 situation where it's just like obviously edited and stunt double. But we could have like a psychological villain.
Yeah. That
kind of thing going on there. I don't know. Or you just CGI the whole shit. I don't know. But I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Or we could get Namor again, but no, they don't do that. They don't do that.
Maybe.
Or we get or we get Michael B. Jordan as the villain again.
Yeah, Resurrection.
Resurrection, baby, reset. He's free. But yeah, I can't wait. Whatever he does, I know it's going to be great. It's already like my most anticipated movie for 2028. That shit's going to be so dope. I can't wait.
Hell yeah, man. Person asked, how important will Captain Marvel be in the next Avengers movies on a scale of 1 to 10, if you can say? Alex's first one for Doomsday, maybe like a 3 or 4. Second one is too early to tell.
3 or 4? Damn.
We're juggling a lot of characters. I understand that, Ray. I feel like everybody's probably 3 or 4.
And she wasn't in the chairs. Right.
Yeah, she wasn't in the chairs, but then like at the time of like when like voting was happening, she was going on about she had like the Captain Marvel hair she was trying to hide.
Yeah, I remember that. And like they were like that's when they're doing reshoots for people that weren't in the chairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
are there any fight/action sequences that we can anticipate with Captain Marvel? I hope they don't sideline her, especially how powerful she is. Alex says in Avengers Doomsday, nothing that I can disclose. Monica Rambeau, what is her role in the next 2 Avengers films going to look like? Have you heard about her and Carol's role in Doomsday being reduced? Any statements on that? Alex says, just the same as I've mentioned before, no changes yet. I think like, we had reported before that Monica is going to have quite an involvement because she's like the connecting tissue in the X-Men world.
Exactly. We saw Monica last in Captain Marvel 2. She's introduced with the Beast character, so she's going to have more of a relationship with the X-Men side of things. So yeah, she can have Monica. We'll probably see more of Monica than we will of Carol. Kamala, I don't know. Back when Kang was still going to be the main bad, I thought T'Challa 2 would get aged up. Again, yeah, I think that still is the case. It would probably have to be the original villain because Black Panther's villains list is only like 2 people. Yeah, like it's like Namor and White Panther, right? Isn't that it?
I guess so.
So I think. Yeah. I think Black Panther doesn't have that big of a repertoire. So.
Yeah. In regards to stuff with the Champions, Young Avengers stuff. This is probably the third line asked. But do you think, or is it likely or possible Champions will be announced at Comic-Con or D23 this year? Alex says there's a possibility. I've heard they'll be unveiling some titles later this year.
Titles at D23 in August?
Either D23 or Comic-Con.
I think Comic-Con could be the Doomsday presentation, and D23 could be like the whole panel presentation with the slate. Champions is still supposed to be the TV series, right?
I believe so, yeah.
As we heard.
Stuff for Born Again being asked. With Kingpin taking a step back in Born Again Season 3, is there any major threat you can share with us that Matt will be facing beyond the Lady Muse and Bullseye, of course? Alex says, I wouldn't say he's stepping back, but an interesting threat aside from the villains is how exactly does he recover from exposing his secret identity to New York like that?
Yeah, that's a very compelling identity issue. We talked about it all throughout Season 2. Like, okay, you did it. Yeah. I didn't think they were going to do it because it leaves so many issues in the open now. Like, how do you actively become a good lawyer, Matt, while having your identity out in the open? It's a conundrum. But we did see, unfortunately for me at least, I did see a couple of Kingpin set photos. I'm like, get out of New York. I don't want you in the story anymore. But this Born Again, for better or for worse, is more of a Matt Kingpin story than Netflix Daredevil ever was. Yeah. So he was going to show up sooner or later. We did see Elektra set photos. Those were very cool. I'm so glad she's back.
Yeah.
She's like I love Elektra. And if we can get some Matt and Elektra up in here, like
okay. Up in here.
And people were like, was Elektra going to be the new Daredevil while Matt's in prison? Like,
please. She has been, and she looks really cool.
Exactly. She has a really cool black and red outfit in the comics. I love that outfit. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Defenders versus whatever the team Mr. Charles has put together. Don't you ever say, Draven, I know you're new to this. I'm kidding. You're not new. You're always here. But like, we don't say Mr. Charles in this stream. He's a
Mm.
bad character. Bad character.
Shaggy.
Just go to Korea. Weren't you going to like Asia or some bullshit with Bullseye? But I also saw Bullseye set photos, so he's back too.
Oh, under whose authority?
I'm like, oh my god, just keep Bullseye away. People were like, is Bullseye here to kill Luke Cage's daughter? Because she was in set photos too. They're doing everything outside. Like, does Marvel just not care? Like, Luke Cage's daughter. Luke Cage's daughter's on the sidewalk. Elektra's doing jumping jacks and rooftops. People don't give a shit.
Iron Fist and robes.
Like Iron Fist and robes. You see Jessica in her usual fit up on a rooftop.
This is
to Luke
Defender
Cage.
season 2, isn't it?
Like, there's so much footage. I'm just like, everybody's piecing together shit. I'm just like, they're just out there doing willy-nilly bullshit. But yeah, I saw Bullseye back with a new outfit. I'm like, oh no. But I'm like,
Better looking outfit though.
Do they want him to be a villain? Do they want him to be what do they want him to be? I don't even know. I hope he's more so a villain again. Because they try to redeem him a little bit in season 2, but I'm like, just lock in as a crazy motherfucking villain. Just lock in as a villain, please. So we'll see.
We'll see.
Bullseye versus Luke Cage could be very funny though. Because it's Luke Cage.
Person said, you once said that they're adapting the Devil's Reign story conclusion into a crossover film featuring Spider-Man, but that doesn't seem to be the case anymore since the Mayor Fisk arc just ended, yet Kingpin is coming back in Born Again Season 3, and Maganucci got away in the Punisher special. Is there more to the story? Could the crossover film just be a gang war comic adaptation with the magia being introduced? Alex says there's more to it than meets the eye. Just remember, adaptations are never one-to-one.
Yeah. I still don't think it's going to be a film, like a Devil's Reign film. Is that what he's saying? Like, I still don't believe that. I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, sure. Okay, this is interesting to me. What's the status of Doctor Strange 3? It seems like there's no or development there. Alex says it's on the back burner. Marvel's movie focus right now is on Black Panther 3, Shang-Chi 2, Spider-Man 5, and X-Men Thunderbolt sequel. Blade, Midnight Suns, and the next Avengers title. Hello?
Wait, pause. So
let me run through this.
Let's run through this slowly because
all right.
X-Men and Black Panther, we knew that. That's 2028. Sure.
Yeah. Shang-Chi 2.
So right there. Shang-Chi 2.
Everything you need.
Shang-Chi 2, X-Men, Black Panther. That should be 2028. I keep saying
immediately.
I keep saying there's no way we go to 2029, 8 years between Shang-Chi movies. That's bad. Yeah. That's bad. 2028, November 20, the November or December date, whatever it is. Yeah. That should be Shang-Chi 2. That should be. That should be. Summer, don't put Shang-Chi in the summer. You leave that to X-Men, leave that to Black Panther. They're like guaranteed summer box office hits. Yeah. Get Shang-Chi that nice November release date. There's no reason you should go 2029 without a Shang-Chi movie. Hopefully not. So anyways, what's after Shang-Chi 2?
Spider-Man 5.
Obviously. Next. Oh, wait. Spider-Man 5. Do you think they do this in 2028? The original trilogy was 2017, 2019, 2021. Every other year. Does Sony do 2028 seems so soon because I don't know.
I mean, again, it's like Sony doing most of the heavy lifting of production outside of Marvel doing it. Like I can see it.
I can see that too. It's July 2028 every other year. But okay. Just checking.
Thunderbolt sequel, huge for me.
Oh, real quick, go back. Yeah. The reason I was hesitant about Sony doing 2028 Spider-Man is because Marvel already has the July 28th scheduled for the MCU on 2028. And that's usually July is usually for Spider-Man. So yeah, 2028 is May 5th, July 28th, and December 15th. Does Sony do like a July Spider-Man movie coinciding with like a Marvel MCU movie? Like
they would space.
Would space it out. What do you do? Spider-Man movie in August?
Yeah, because Marvel had 3 movies in like 2021, not including Spider-Man.
But now MCU had the December date. Sony had that last time.
That's true.
So it's like Thanksgiving Spider-Man movie. Yeah, it works out for Spider-Man 1.
Yeah.
So that was just curious to me because like July and December are both the only dates that Spider-Man movies notoriously have been for the past couple movies. But now those are MCU dates. So now I'm like Spider-Man in October, November, August, and September. I don't know. Anyways, what were you saying? What was after this?
We said X-Men, which we knew.
Yeah.
Thunderbolt sequel. That's huge.
That's not happening.
Is this?
There's no way they're doing Thunderbolt 2. It didn't make money. Like that would be
like them now.
That would be so surprising. What'd you say?
I said, but people like them now, and they're going to be even more popular after Avengers movies. I think they'll turn out now.
That is true. That they will be more popular after Avengers. Granted, Supergirl was popular after Man of Tomorrow or after Superman. They like that character at least.
Well, now she won't be more so after Man of Tomorrow. That's why she's going to be in another thing.
But I just highly doubt that. I would love it. I would love it. But that's why I love Marvel. They don't give a fuck about box office. They're like, fuck you. Granted, it didn't flop. It made like $390 million.
Yeah.
I just thought it would have to make like 400 million plus to get a sequel. But okay, cool. Now, would they call this? This is why I hated Thunderbolts marketing. It was like, oh, actually, we're called New Avengers. Oh, but actually,
they won't.
But
they won't.
Right? Because look, they were called Thunderbolts. Then they were called New Avengers. Then they had a post-credit scene saying you can't be called New Avengers. So
it's a fun stepping stone plot for Doomsday, but otherwise they're not.
Otherwise, it was so stupid. Just call your Thunderbolts. So it'll be called Thunderbolts 2. Yeah, but I would like it.
Yeah, and then they said Blade, which I think they said they're saving after the reset.
Blade.
Yesterday.
It's been almost 10 years. It has. I'll believe Blade when I see when they find a director. We'll wait and see. Everybody go see the Mahershala Ali movie coming out in September called Your Mother, Your Mother, Your Mother. It looks really good.
Oh,
anyways.
Yeah. They also said Midnight Suns, which I'm like, hey, movie? Okay.
That's not being a movie. Cap.
It could be a movie. It can be anything's possible. DC's making R-rated shit. Anything's possible.
Like Guillermo del Toro, Midnight Suns, Guillermo del Toro.
You would watch the fuck out of that. Shut up.
I would. But it's been rumored for so long. Anyways.
Then they also said like the next Avengers movie. Now, granted, this is all stuff that's like being plotted. It doesn't mean like this is
anytime soon. Yeah.
We'll get there. We absolutely will. I think
that's a good question. Yeah, I think that is for too. I think we'll get that because we saw them just last year. Yeah, they were their first movie 2025. They're going to be stars in 2026 in Doomsday. They're going to be prominent in 2027 in Secret Wars. So we could see them in 2028, but I think I would pencil in Fantastic Four 2 for 2029 at the earliest. Yeah.
Person asks, will Ghost Rider be getting a movie in the next saga, or will he just be in the Midnight Sun stuff? Alex says nothing I can confirm yet.
Yeah, he doesn't know. We don't know. I'm not the most excited about Ghost Rider, but if they ever want to do that, just make it Gabriel Luna, please.
Yeah, I want that so bad. Well,
he was so good.
So we might be getting recanonized after Vision Quest. What do you think is a likely place for Moon Knight to appear in outside of Midnight Suns or his own show if in the next saga? Alex says Daredevil. If he follows the path Khonshu had planned out for him, that would take him to New York.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just not the biggest Moon Knight fan. I don't think they'll just use him. I don't know. I think that's done. Go watch Oscar Isaac in Beef season 2 though. He was good in that.
Oh, he's in that? Right on.
He was good.
We got some stuff regarding Hulk. Person asks, is the introduction of Grey Hulk just a color change, or is something much deeper, like a new personality as in the comics? Because Bruce Banner suffers from DID, like Moon Knight. Alex says color and personality change, but not necessarily something like Joe Fixit, more like Hulk pissed.
Yeah, makes sense.
When are we getting Grey? I don't think Hulk is Grey in Brand New Day, by the way.
Oh, you don't?
I don't. Like, I see the image and I'm like, he looks green to me. And like the shots in the hallway, I'm like, okay, it's dark.
he looks green in everything we've seen so far. Yeah, so maybe it's a surprise in movie.
Maybe. We didn't talk about the trailer, but we don't have to. Looks good. I'm excited.
The trailer looks great. Yeah. Real quick, I just like I keep confusing the first trailer with this new trailer. But yeah, like I'm excited. I'm so curious to see how they handle the Jean Grey stuff. It's looking more and more like Jean Grey, and I'm just very curious to see how they possibly handle that into a cohesive Spider-Man story. And
totally.
It's a tight wire.
Our Hulk, Scar, She-Hulk, Red Hulk, Abomination, and the leader characters we can expect to be in Greenland, the Hulk Village concept art that leaked, and play an important role. Alex says possible, but not 100% sure.
The Secret Wars concept art, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which we mainly primarily just saw Hulk and She-Hulk.
Yeah, I don't remember the other ones like Leader. I don't remember seeing that.
No, I think they're just suggesting the idea of like using other Hulk characters within the Hulk side of that.
Okay. We're gonna see his son, Doug, or whatever his name was.
Doug, Scar.
No.
Doug. In regards to animation, you previously mentioned before that Marvel is looking to explore more anime projects set within the actual MCU, a la Eyes of Wakanda. Are there any updates on that? Alex says 10 Rings was one of the titles I heard, but I'm unsure what the progress on that has been. That would be cool, like following up that post-credit.
I remember that, right? Yeah, that was supposed to be in development, produced by Destiny and Credit. And of course, I think they put that on the back burner because they wanted to do Wonder Man, which got a lot of success. So they're like, okay, let's put that on the back burner. Destin, focus on Spidey, and focus on Wonder Man Season 2.
Yeah.
If they're going to do Grey Hulk, then do Grey Hulk. Don't just have him be Green Hulk just for a different shade. I agree. You got to commit.
Yeah. There's been a rumored animated Iron Fist series following a female Iron Fist in the works. Any word on if this project is still happening / what it's about? Alex says nothing I can confirm. Sounds cool, though.
Sounds cool. You know, Jessica Anwick, hello. Welcome back.
Hey.
Please. You're the best. We love you. Come on the podcast.
Hey. Stepping back into live action, people said we've seen Brad Winderbaum allude to a cool team of characters when discussing the potential Nova project. Who do you think could be considered for that roster? Alex says he's referring to a Nova Corps team that will be alongside Richard. The best example I can give is a composition similar to the Green Lantern animated series or Star Fox. Cool.
Green Lantern animated series. What was that?
I think there's like a 3D animated Green Lantern series.
Oh, I don't remember watching that. You got to catch up on My Adventure Superman, by the way.
Yeah, I definitely do. Is My Adventure with Green Lantern in the same universe?
Yes, and they tease a lot of it at Annecy Film Festival, and it looks really cool. Or sounds really cool. I didn't see shit, but they're introducing Jessica Cruz in season 3 so far. So.
Do you think the DCU will adopt the relationship of Jimmy and Kara?
I would murder them. Oh, yeah. Make Kara gay. He could, but I don't want him to. Not at all. Stay away.
Yeah.
Give me Kara and fucking what's the flying girl name? What's her name?
Wonder Woman.
No, the eagle lady. The
Hot Girl.
Hot Girl. Ew. Hot Girl. Give me Hot Girl, Supergirl. That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. That will do it.
Oh, that would do it. Okay, cool. Well, quite the ending. A lot of good stuff there. A lot of Cap. A lot of good stuff. I'm so excited for Black Panther 3 and post Secret Wars, Avengers, Marvel in general. Speaking of which, we're getting absolute. Oh yeah, dude. Did you see the teaser? The Batman stuff they have lined up. Batman Nightfall trailer looked epic. Batman Nightfall, absolute Batman looks. I need to read the comic book. I've only read the first bit of issue number 1. I need to commit.
Yeah. From my understanding, it's like working class Batman, not like coming from riches.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not. I can't confirm or deny.
Right.
I haven't read much of it.
I really want this. I hope this takes off well, and I would love to see other adaptations because Absolute Wonder Woman sounds so incredible because she's not from Themyscira, she's from hell.
Dude, literally last weekend when they were announcing all that stuff, I went on my comics Amazon Kindle account, downloaded Absolute Batman Volume 1, downloaded Absolute Wonder Woman, downloaded Absolute Green Arrow. I'm like, I'm reading all this. They have a Green Arrow, but I think the Green Arrow one is like a mini series.
Okay.
They
things about Superman.
they teased. I'm not a huge Superman guy. Maybe I'll read Absolute Superman because I heard good things, but I'm just not a Clark guy. But they did tease Absolute. Cassandra Cain is going to be a miniseries in August, and I'm like, instant pre-order. I love Cassandra Cain. I love everything. Give me everything, Cassandra Cain. Her current run is still ongoing, which is really good, by the way.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Absolute Batman Nightfall trailer is great. Caped Crusader season 2 comes out in a few weeks. I'm so excited for that. And she's got a Final Fantasy sword. Wonder Woman does?
Or Cassandra Cain.
Or Cassandra Cain. Which one, Draven? Wonder Woman?
Probably Wonder Woman.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, I'm so excited for the Absolute Universe. They're really they're brutally killing Marvel with the comics right now. It's just not even fair. Yeah. It's just not even fair. It's just bad.
Get your issue 1000 of Spider-Man.
God. Reboot. You said Wonder Woman. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I gotta read that shit. I gotta be as knowledgeable as Draven one of these days.
I'll be telling
you what
we gotta know about all the storylines they're adapting that will be nothing like the comic.
Exactly.
You remember Civil War, right?
So okay, find me on Twitter, guys. Harris EV9. We should do a commentary this week, Nathan. Are you busy this week?
No, not really.
We should watch something, motherfucker.
They gave me the Wi-Fi password. I can stream.
That's cool. But yeah, find me on Twitter, Harris EV9. I'm so excited for Big Brother happening soon. If you don't want to see your timeline flooded by Big Brother, just mute BB28. I'm so excited. Besides that, yeah. If you haven't seen Supergirl yet, but saw our review, go see the Supergirl. Go pay $6 and go see it. Go to the movies. Have a good time. Anyways, Nathan, what are you up to?
Well, you can follow me _TimeBlazer, making a show called Time Blazer with co-star and critic on Evan Harris.
Playing Ben. I think Ben would have a great time with Supergirl. He would have a great time with Kara. I think they would get along. what do you say? I'm not saying you can write, a romance there, but yeah, across the universe, across the streams. 4th of July commentary. Oh shit!
Oh,
I'm not doing anything 4th of July. Fuck America. But
hang out with my family, eating food.
Okay, yeah. Nathan's usually busy that day. He's a family man. So.
Before we could do something, I don't know. What's your favorite 4th of July movie?
Independence Day. No, I don't know.
Sandlot's pretty great.
Sandlot's great. I do like. Jaws. I love Jaws. I was about to say I watch Jaws like every summer, so maybe that's a 4th of July movie. So
could be good. But yeah, if you guys enjoy this, make sure you like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you miss coverage on all things movie and TV. That being said, hope you have a great day. Catch you guys next time.